that was quite the tech pause, wasn't it, lads? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aurora Deadlock Masters, sponsored by 1xBet. My name is Dip, and I'm joined by these two lovely gentlemen, Blank and Jacky. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here. We're in position.
We're locked in.
Apologies for the tech issues. I'm pressing all the buttons. It's coming along.
We're doing this all ourselves. This is all run in-house. We are the official English restream rather, of the tournament. So please forgive us if we're having some growing pains. We'll figure it out. But for now, we're here.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. To be fair, the thing was, is we did actually end up drop kicking the PC. That worked. So whoever suggested that, well done. Hats off to you. But yeah, no, we are getting into game pretty shortly. But I think we've nailed it, right? The game hasn't started. Technically, we've won.
We're still not late. We're still not late, which is fine.
We're on
I think
time.
that's perfect.
It's fine.
Exactly.
I
Like,
think
it didn't go that catastrophically
It's
wrong.
It's fine.
We have the picks and bans actually up on the screen at the moment for you guys. So I can tell you right now, so Team Jam side, they banned Abrams and Mo and Krill, and Team Recren banned Dynamo and Lady Geist. So already Abrams off the table. Unsurprising. Dynamo as well. I felt like Dynamo would be one that got picked out pretty quickly as a ban.
I'm quietly fixing things in the background. Give me one
Oh,
second.
I understand. Sorry, I thought you were going to pick that up.
No, it's fine. I just noticed so it was broken. I'm on 50 things. I'm full McGinnis cosplay right now. I'm just getting it all set up. But
no, it's fine. I can pick it up.
I think we're good.
What
I think
other
we're
characters
okay.
do we have? This is a really interesting picks and bans outlay. I really like this.
Yeah, for sure. So again, for Team Jam side, we've gone with Kelvin, Viscous, Yamato, and Furnace, Wraith, and Paradox. So you do have two frontliners in Viscous and Kelvin, and I think both of those are pretty horrendously overbearing in the early game, right? So you give opportunity for Wraith and Furnace to get forward into that late game, start to carry then, and then you got Paradox and Yamato, both really good roamers. I actually really like Jamside's team comp there, and because you're not dealing with a Dynamo here anymore, this comp is even better because you can't really lock any of them down. On the other hand, Team Recren's just gone full for the late game carry build. So you do have the 7, you've got your old Pocket, Shiv, Warden, and Vindicta. And I think Lash is going to have to pick up a lot of that early game carry there, Jacky.
I think so. It looks like we're actually ready to get into this, Damp. It's kicking off quick.
I'll let you go. Have fun. Get out there. Get locked in. I'll see you later. I'll be back.
All right.
Bye.
Let's do it. Let's go. Here, we'll give you a quick tease of this. This is where we're going to be sat having a cast. But for now, Blank, we'll get into the action itself and make sure there actually is some audio to work with here. Yeah, we do have sound. That's important.
Sound is good. We do love a bit of sound here. But yeah, already into the game straight away. We're just on side with the Paradox at the moment. So we're on side with Prestige on Team Jam side. Again, I think when you're starting off, realistically here, what I'm looking at is how well you can shut down the Vindicta early. She's pretty squishy. Pocket goes down early though, bro. That is unfortunate. That's versus the Yamato Viscous lane, which puts 7 also in a difficult position. Realistically, I would say if your Pocket getting behind early is probably one of the worst things that can happen to you. He's very much more of a snowbally character. So yeah, that might just ruin the lane there for Pocket, because I'm assuming these players are going to try and get as ahead as possible early game.
Okay, we should have audio now. All right. Mate, this is good. It's like 10 years ago when I first started commentating all over again. We should have sound. We'll make sure that works. It's coming. Yeah. People saying it's low. We'll bump him up. We'll give you a little bit more audio on that. How's that sound? Do you like them apples?
How's that? We're going higher. Yeah.
It's all right. It's old school all over again, okay?
Resolution is also to do with the feed that we're picking up. So we do apologize. Not much we can do about that, all right? We could make the Curiosity Shop look nice. That's about it. Okay. Paradox takes a big hit here. We'll have to go back to base early, so use the zipline boost. So that'll be off cooldown for 5 minutes, which means you might be able to get bullied out of lane. But again, Paradoxes, you know what they do. Pick up healing right, stay in the lane forever. It's the worst.
You're saying the audio is now doubling up. Oh man! All right, dude. This is 2 games in one. We got Deadlock going on, and the Jacky attempts to fix production for the first time in years. Hang on. All right, homies. I mean, that's just going to go ahead and kill the audio. That's no sound. You'll get your audio. Hang on. It's coming.
Oh, Lord. Well, this is an interesting one for sure. Again, we found out yesterday that this was the case.
Yeah, we got told we could do a little restream if we wanted yesterday. So it's all very last minute.
Yeah, and so we built well, Jacky as well as Daisy just built this whole package for us here. Damp Toilet doing all of the graphics. So it has been a bit of a crazy evening last night, but we're here. All right, early access Tawnies. I like it. Thank you, Big Moose. Appreciate it.
I mean, as far as I can tell, this should now be working. That's what I got for you. That's the best I can do.
All right,
Try
let's
that.
work with that.
I've made it louder. Everyone kept saying louder. So I've gone ahead and given it louder. Do you like that?
scared.
Has that got gas? Is that what everyone wanted? Everyone's happy? All right.
Sounds good to me. Audio is okay with an E. That means it's really good. Okay, perfect.
Hell yeah.
All right, back in the game then. So we're back on Battle Online with Paradox. Obviously, she used the zipline booster earlier. She's playing a bit more cautious. If she gets pushed back from lane, then it's kind of a bad time. And going against Shiv, I think actually one of the worst lanes for Paradox to lane into, just because you can't hit him with that burst all the time. Bloodletting will stop a lot of that damage coming through. So you can just remain in lane. And realistically, that's what Paradox wants to get done to you, Jacky, is just poke you down and get you in a position when she hits 3k, which you can hit a full combo on the time wall, kinetic carbine into paradoxical swap. But yeah, I don't think Shiv's going to fall for that one.
Hey, dude. This is nice, though. I will say, good time overall. Now the audio is balanced out, we can actually bask in what we've got going on here. It should be a glorious day of games overall, right? You look at the quality of competition we got. A lot of the big names in the scene right now. I know it's early doors for Deadlock, but coming with this one, it's pretty dope. We get the opportunity to see how the games are going to go over the course of today's rebroadcast for the English side. Aurora giving us permission to come in and lock things down on that side of it. I'm looking forward to this, mate. It'll be a good day, especially now things are actually working. And the other treat is, Blank, we get BO freeze, but we're not just on that BO1 hype. We get some actual games here. Meat and potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. So if you lose one, you can always go again. Talking more about the game. We got a little banter about the ongoings, the situations, but talking more about the game here, I think, like I said earlier for Zania, it is a big task for this guy to actually carry a lot of the early game for the team. So already he's hitting a lot of roams, headed over towards Vindicta. She got slightly behind early on, but that puts her in a better stead versus Wraith. 3.5k to the 2.7. No towers taken yet, though. At the moment, everything's pretty chill. We're still realistically in the laning phase, other than Lash doing quite a lot of work. And again, I am super impressed by what he's been able to do so far, because he has had a lot of impact, and that's what we're talking about, right? 4.3k now to the 2.8. Vindicta got ahead just enough, and once Vindictas get ahead, they really bully with flight.
Oh, cheeky little pixel peek on a snipe as well. So Vindicta getting a little bit Vin Vicious with the Vin Diesel maneuvers. Paradox on the move up close towards Shiv as well, keeping the pressure back on towards the in-lane fights. Dip them back. Man, I'm really excited as well to see some of the quality of movement we're going to see now, especially with the recent changes, right? You've got the wall jumps that are coming in, more and more of our players towards the higher skill ceiling. You're finding ways to adapt that into your playstyle with the quicker rotates you can do now, comboing off zip lines into wall bounces to get huge rotates off in seconds. Oh, hello, big boy. Up close and personal, getting all goopy. Quick timing on the cube as well. Warden's looking to cause some issues. Yamato on the rotate, looking to hunt down and have a bit of jello for breakfast.
Not quite able to find it, though. Does it, in fact, go down to the pocket there? Again, I do kind of like the Viscous pick, which comes later after the 7 gets picked quite early on in this lineup, just because sort of renders static charge pretty useless in a lot of these fights where you're able to just goo ball anyone that has the static charge on them, and they could instantly cancel as soon as it wears off. So it's a good counter for an ability that is really annoying to deal with. It's a point and click stun. Probably one of the abilities that I'd like to see changed, but I doubt will get changed. I think they're very happy with where 7's at currently, Jacky.
It's one of those days, bud. going to be interesting to see how this develops over the course of things. Cheeky bit of farming. You get the group up with the triple lane. See if you can soak. Put some pain onto Shiv as well. Not much luck in defending that bad boy. That Guardian's about to pop.
Bond dusted off there. And now we're kind of pulling ourselves out of the laning phase a little bit. Mystic Reach bought already for the Warden, so the cage is really unfun to deal with, but Concussive Combustion tries to find the Warden inside, but he makes some smooth moves with the dash as well to remove himself from a fairly dangerous scenario.
Keeping the pressure on quite nicely, though. Making it uncomfortable inside of the lane here towards the outer lane. The outer lane really being hit early. Shiv's been trying his best getting the chip damage out to at least hold them back. He can't fully commit deep up lane to put pressure towards the Walker itself. Nice bit of roaming so far. Now, Big Vindicta's been trying to find opportunities to get stuck into some of the action. With the pressure being put on other lanes, you can push further up. Infernus unable to hold back the waves. That's going to be the double up there with support a Lash as well. And you get the 1-for-1 trade on the Guardians early.
Yeah, 37k to 40k at the moment. The favor of Team Recrent. Again, you're looking at this though, and I think at this stage of the game, you're more concerned yourself with the AP advantage and how far you're able to get ahead there. I think if you're looking over towards some of the players on Team Recrent, 7k on both the Lash and the 7, two characters that are definitely going to get yourself ahead fairly quickly. But they need to have impact in the game. This is the first full real team fight that we're seeing here. Warden gets caught off guard. Dimov goes down. Zania's able to get in there. Mag Venom out. That does take out the telekinesis though, which is a huge team fight tool.
I'm gonna light them up.
It's nice pressure on early. Slow game so far in terms of the movement you're being able to open up with here for Wraith as well. Look at overall time of how long we've been live on this one as well. Coming up to about the 10-minute mark. Decky putting pressure back on as well. Being able to at least clean out a nice first round of those Guardians. Big Visk on the move.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all of the 4 Guardians now from Sapphire's side, so you're also working with... Look at that, 47 AP to 51. It's not a huge amount that's been changed there, but it is realistically those 3 Guardians now just looking for the last on orange lane for Team Recrent, and they'll be able to pick themselves up a flex slot, which adds a little bit extra power to them, which is going to be big. So you can see right now there's been a lot of players, a lot of bodies put down range over towards orange lane to keep Sapphire out. If they can get rid of this Guardian, though, it does mean they get a lot more pressure and they can push them back even further. Because realistically, it is just a case of denying that flex slot for as long as possible. So your team fight can be relatively similar, despite soul count maybe being different on that side. Viscous goes for the urn here. Tries to pick that one up, but Sapphire very much in a position to deny it. Oh, wait, that's depressing. Jacky, the silence clip early ruins the Yamato.
I know what you want, mate. Not ideal. Lock her down, finish her off, instantly isolate. Ooh, Lash going in to try and cause some issues as well. Lash already pulling ahead, 11k souls overall. This is where you instantly flip the script, go deep on the Walker, make sure you can clean up. It's going to be so much pressure on the overall lane. Rest of the squad deviating away as well because you want to make sure that you're splitting your attention between that lane and the urn. Bit of a distraction tool, drop it down, engage in the team fight. Infernus panicking. Spaghetti everywhere for the man. Silence Glyph comes in as well for the getaway. They make it far harder for the move here.
Still chasing on the Shiv, who, again, in most of my games as well, seems to last forever. That was a massive fight there for Amber. 57k to 57k. This evens things up. Immediately, you've got players heading up towards blue lane here to try and pressure the tower, but that's another staggered kill over towards Recrent there. So that's going to really put the hurt on over towards Sapphire. Gives a ton of space for the boys to play. Over on Amber side of things for Team Jam side. And we're still just baiting out the urn right now. Not really looking to set it down just yet. Just keeping the hands on it, which is good for Amber, absolutely. I think here, if I was Viscous, probably run it back towards the base side, though. because Warden tries to get a little bit freaky with it. But we'll pick up this Guardian. This is the flex slot, first one being taken now by Amber. So for Team Recurrent, that's actually kind of huge.
You're 1 for 1. The hokey pokey lane shuffle. Guardian's going down. I'm finally going to get dropped off as well. Long time coming, and this is where you want to engage off the back of it. Suddenly got a whole lot louder. The fight is going to be intense on this one. Looking for the adjustment around the back. Everyone dogpiles in. See if you can get the soul steal off and also put pressure off the back of it. Now, you've got a large grouping here, Blank. Potential for the team fight with the engagement on the lane. You got the extremities as well. Back towards blue side. That's going to be Infernus and Pocket coming around the back. Bit of an outward posture, though.
Yeah, I think right now it's sort of difficult for Team Recurrent to actually do too much because they don't have like massive frontliners at this stage of the game. Shiv's not really got enough health. He's not got enough AP right now where it's the point that he can just sit in a fight for a long time with the Spirit Lifesteal that they usually build into. Pocket's not got enough HP either. So it's a fairly squishy team, right? And I think at this point of the game, it's very much about finding targets to assassinate. And right, just like this, so you get the Silence Cliff off, you stop the ice path being taken through, and again, you're just trying to assassinate players. But because Team Jamside have so many frontliners, they can be the ones to initiate these fights.
Lash with the harass from the back as well. Slip in, make it uncomfortable, get a bit of a save off on the teammates so you can reset in terms of the up-close position. Turning the tides quite nicely now as well. Kelvin goes for the all-in. Turn the temperature way down low. Pressure back on. You get the 2 wipes on the staggered knocks as well. That's going to be pretty clean for them overall. Full respawns coming in with just Warden and 7 left to attempt to duke it out. Enough space at least for the quick getaway.
I mean, this is sort of a dangerous mid-boss to go for, but you can absolutely see why they're doing it. They need to be quick, though, and it's a question of whether they have the damage or not. And I mean, with a Wraith, typically you do getting the full fire rate increase from a 3 as well for everyone on the team. But no Dome, I think your best bet here is if someone tries to come steal, you just have Viscous drop the goo ball. That's the best thing you can do. Go for the deny on the parry. He stole it, Dimboff. How? Everyone was on the point with the parries all in spot, and he just kind of waited them out. And this is why you don't do the mid-boss without the dome, without the concussive combustion. It just doesn't make sense. It seems so dangerous in the moment.
Oh, mate. You know what's happened there? Warden spotted the contraband, and he's had to come in and claim it for himself, causing issues.
He just walked up there. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, sick. Well done.
Oh, that's huge. Heads up maneuvers not there. Didn't have their brass knuckles on to defend on that one. No parries today. So the full steal on the rejuve. You're going to get the buff with a 50% increased health for the overall troopers as well. The handle troopers. Short respawn time to keep yourself in lane. And Vindicta makes the most of the work of it as well off the back of cleaning up with the snipe. 7 can farm freely and take their camps. You get yourself into a good groove on this one now. You're winning some nice fights. A complete flip of the scripts from where you were, right? Looked like the wheels were starting to come off a little bit with the pressure applied. It was a pretty nice fight. You took out 4 of them, leaving them in a rough position for Team Recurrent. Now you've instantly bitten back off the rejuice steal, puts you in a great spot.
Yeah, I think that when you look at this game now, the problem I'm finding is that, to be honest with you, Team Jamside actually made the right decision early on, which was to group up. They had way better team fight potential at the stage of the game where they were similar in terms of levels of soul count. However, now you get to a point where you've just stalled the game out long enough. But like you said, 7's just all up in your jungle, stealing everything you can. He already took a tier 3 camp as well, which is about 1,000 souls at this point in the game, which is massive to be losing. So again, at this point, it's going to get very difficult for Team Jamside. The further that Team Recurrent gets ahead in this game, the worse it's going to be for Team Jamside, especially now that they're falling further behind. And there's a lot of pressure now just on the Infernus here.
Get a bit of farm on the go. You see the pathing as well, actually, to maximize the time on that for the quick farm. Get the slaps off. A nice use of the flask as well. So clean up, get the additional bonus off the back of that. Take the souls, keep on moving. Head count and the overall time as well. Coming up to about the 18-minute mark in the game overall. Slight lead in the souls. Pulling ahead by about 10k with the overall movement. Vindicta on the aggress here. Spotted out the high ground.
Yeah.
New rooftops in play. Oh, super cleanup actually on that one as well. Hefty chunk of damage off the back of it. So you instantly get the spot, immediately force Paradox out of position. Send her back to base on that one. Go say hello to the patron.
Almost survives. Just about, but does get himself in the cube here. And the Infernus lives to tell another day. You get a pause that comes through the worst possible moment for the Infernus ever, by the way. A little bit stressful here. Yeah, the soul count isn't too horrendous at the moment, but it is. The main problem right now is that there's no walkers taken for Team Jam side, so they're still running with just the one flex slot, nothing more than that, and with one more walker to be taken, which is extremely low HP. Over on the left side of the map here for Team Recrent, that's going to be their third flex slot. So I'm pretty sure this game is fairly endable pretty soon for Team Recrent.
Put the pressure on, make sure you can clean up. Ooh, spoonful of jello though, and that is not Lash's favorite meal to have at a time like this. Quick turnaround to hold him back. Shut down the Lash. Stop him dead in his tracks, but the pressure applied is more than enough. You're gonna get the reset off the staggered respawn as well, so Infernus back in play at least. So much damage overall. Completely ruining him in terms of the map control, putting yourself into a far better position here.
I think it was around about 12 minutes that we saw the mid boss go down, so I'm thinking it's spawning in around about a minute or two actually, which is probably be the next objective to really fight over. Or at least try and bait. You know, if I was Team Recrent, I don't really need mid boss, but I might take it down to 50% just to get it to make the call. And then you have to check it right. If you are Team Jam side, you can't just let them have it. That's your second pause, by the way. No more. No more tactical pauses. Not fair.
Sometimes it's got to be done, dude. You do wonder what causes them. If it's anything like some of the Counter-Strike tactical pauses I've seen over the years, where the old bowl of milk too close to the keyboard and the endpoint officials.
Yeah.
Can't be playing with milky keys, blank.
Nah, it's not acceptable. It's bad.
It's the
bad.
worst way to go as well, because you know that keyboard's not coming back. You get milk inside the keys. That's just it, dude. You're not fixing that.
Yeah. It's over. I have this chat on the other screen right now. I'm not paying too much attention to it, but Mum, I'm in a tourney. I can't pause it. It really did make me gag a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That's quite good. I enjoyed that one. But yeah, this is definitely an interesting game. I think that Lash was able to do so much in that early game to keep them in it, but as soon as you saw Team Gemside group up, it was sort of donezo, and really just need to keep that pressure on after they won that big team fight. But doing the mid boss, no dome, no stun on Infernus. Again, the Warden absolutely should not have been able to walk up and just punch it, but there you go.
All right, well, looks like at least we're back in the action now then. So whatever the issue was has been resolved and things can carry on. Yeah, just for context, guys, we'll look into things, obviously, following this, see if there's anything we can do. But we are just a rebroadcast, obviously. We are going off of the official feed that's provided. We're just covering things here at Dead Air. So it is what it is. We'll see what we can do a little bit later on, if there's anything we can change anything. But the quality is what we're working with. It's just nice to see a little bit of high skill level Deadlock, though. So we'll take that. Nice treat in the midweek. It's a Thursday, here on the Thursday. Lovely Thursday Deadlock, mate. Lock in on a Thursday.
Thirsty Deadlock, lovely. You know what I actually found really interesting is that Recrunt actually built Intensifying Magazine. Now, I've not really seen that built all that often on Vindictors. And there was that change recently that came through that would basically meant that no longer does Intensifying Magazine instantly drop back to 0 as soon as you stop shooting, but it takes down slowly. So yeah, I kind of like it. Wait, have you baited me with your Thursday comment?
Is it not Thursday?
It's Friday. Where are you?
Where
are you?
Thursday. I mean, time's not really real, is it? Like, it's one of those. See?
It's a
The fact that I said it
It's
and
a
you just
construct.
agreed means that it could very well be Thursday.
I just thought you were locked in. All right, and I accepted that fact. Is he getting out?
Oh, mate, here we go.
That's a great dome. I like that. Into the alchemical fire. This is a horrendous place to be.
Oh,
For
mate.
Team Recruit, but they've made it out.
Oh, dear.
That was a
Mind
cool
the
play
gap.
from Kelvin, though. I like that.
Yeah, he's hitting with a full London Underground on that one, bro.
Yeah, it was a sick play. It's just, unfortunately, Recruit is just so far ahead, just in terms of walkers. I mean, 2 of their walkers haven't even been touched, Jacky. They've not even
No, I know.
scratched.
Pristine. Literally pristine.
Yeah.
You
So
can eat your dinner off it.
I think at this point in time, we're just on a clock waiting down for Recruit to just finish the match. It is tough getting into a base. You need 1 or 2 picks here, but they're slowly working their way in. And I think as soon as that first shrine goes down, it will just be a matter of time before the game does end. It just will be difficult because they're not playing against pushovers, right? They're not playing against pushovers that let it go down. So what they're realistically having to do here is push out every lane, have every lane push in. Then you've got tons of pressure just with troopers alone. And even more pressure now that the mid-boss does spawn. So it was about 3 minutes off. I was slightly wrong. But now that they're fully pushed in base, they can't do too much. That's your 3rd pause.
That's the jam side pause coming in.
That's the non more pauses. Goo Boy needs to sort
Viscous is
that.
out. He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I imagine that issue there, we'll get that resolved, get him back in. Also, the other thing is as well, right? You imagine these kind of games, one of the nice things we're going to be seeing is a lot of teams that will want to do their due diligence in terms of you're going to play these out like actual full officials as well, right? As much as you probably could go for a quicker finish on some of these games, I feel like we're going to see super rigid Deadlock played where you'll want to do it up to a benchmark of knowing like let's play it super seriously so you get that added practice. Because these are really nice games. If you think about like the quality of the lobbies you're going to be going here, you'll probably actually build a lot of that, but you can look back on these benchmarks and be like, all right, dude, like, yeah, this is great practice overall, especially for the overall tournament here. 2 days of competition, by the way, with this one. That's what we're going to be covering. So a lot of Deadlock, a lot of exciting things.
A lot of locking the dead. Here's an interesting tidbit, though. It's the AP lead that you really need to be looking out for because although 20k souls, sometimes you can bring that back, but I think it's roughly 30 AP lead there on the side of Recruit, which is around about an extra 3 ability points for every single player. In this stage of the game, that means having your tier 3 in at least one of your abilities or 1 extra of your abilities here. It just makes them unbelievably strong, and it's not likely that Team Jamside is going to be getting any more of those ability points anytime soon. And this is what I was talking about. They don't have to take mid boss, they just need to bait it. Bring it down to 50% where it cries out. At least some of these players need to come in. Another pause comes through from Zander. What is this?
Oh, mate, it's so good. I'm glad Deadlock esports is just it's the same as all other esports. This is great. This is like actually we've hit Counter-Strike here already, mate, with the same level of pause.
I know. Oh,
This
it's
is funny.
died. It's
I think the lobby's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. All right, here with we'll cut to this. It's fine. I've shown the bracket, but let's go here. We'll go back to the casters. We'll go to us.
Yeah.
You can see our beautiful curiosity shop that we've made. Here we are, everyone. It's me and Blank. Yeah, all right, we've got a little bit more time now. We can explain what's going on. Because obviously we jumped in, we had a PC issue, it all crashed. Right, guys, let's go from the top. We'll give you the scoop on where we are, like 2 bits of ice cream at a nice corner shop. It's me and Blank.
I got the sprinkles as well. You know,
Yeah, sprinkle those on. We got damp as well with the sauce. You can pour that on, keep things moving. So, yeah, top and bottom of it is we are covering the English side of Aurora and 1xBet's event. We are here on the tail end. We basically turned up to what is effectively, you know, like if you ever go to a baseball game in America, Blank, and people tailgate, so they like turn up, right? And they're out there having a barbecue outside the game. That's effectively what we're doing. So you've got
pretty much
the homies from Dead Air, myself, Blank, having a cast journey what we can do. Damp, of course, as well, that's going to be hosting throughout the stream, giving you our thoughts, having a bit of general banter. It's kind of like a big watch party. We're here on the sofa with you, effectively. So welcome to the sofa. But the sofa's a shop, the curiosity shop.
Yeah, this is real life, by the way. We actually are in a shop. Guys,
yeah, we're really here. We built this.
Guys,
Damp built this.
This is not CGI, right? That's actually really good at DIY. She just knocked all this up for us. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a hot dog, bro. I've got you one. Don't
Pop
worry.
round. Yeah, we'll whip you one up. We'll whip you one
Ketchup,
up.
mustard, what do you want? What are we selling? Mainly items, but hot dogs now too, apparently, and ice cream.
I love the way you say it
assortment.
like that. It's like Resident Evil, mate. You know, what are you buying?
What are you
It's
buying?
Like, hey, what are you buying is the question. We sell it all. We got everything at the Curiosity Shop.
Yeah, we got it all. Anything you need, anytime you want it, we've got it for you. Bit of Journey, if you like that too, we can do that. We put that on the old radio. But yeah, so far it's been an interesting tournament. I would say that Team Recrent definitely won that game. If it wasn't for the fact that we had about a bajillion tactical pauses, we seem to even get over the 4 tactical pause count, which is interesting.
We did actually.
There was some rules bent a little bit there. If you guys wonder what AP is as well, I probably should explain that. I'm just throwing out terms like everyone just understands Deadlock and has 500 hours in it. Not like me. I definitely only have like 10 hours or something.
We'll get into that. Hang on. But whilst they're sorting out the game, let's shuffle over to the newsstand. All right. We'll walk to the newsstand. You ready?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
Are we there?
And we're here. We've arrived at the newsstand.
Wow.
Here we are.
Welcome to my newsstand.
Yeah.
Deadlock News.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, as Jacky said, we didn't have time to explain, but we are here to restream the Aurora Deadlock Masters by 1xBet. We are the English stream, so we are sorting out technical difficulties. This is a last-minute stream. It's very calm. It's very like chill stream. We're just gonna hang out with you guys and watch some good Deadlock. Ideally.
Yeah. We have just removed ourselves from the bracket. We're now back to Aurora Deadlock Masters on the clean feed. But we'll hopefully get into our next game as soon as possible. I'd like that. I do think they should just give Recrent the gimme. Like, they were absolutely 100% going to win that game. Let's say 98% certainty on that. I could be wrong.
I think
Okay.
so. Wrong. Yeah, I think so.
Before we even get into the team comp and all that stuff, Blake, can you explain to me why, first of all, we should be excited about the people that we're seeing today? Because I feel like you have a lot to say on
That's
the
a good point. We have time now, right?
We haven't talked about who
this
these
stuff.
people
Yeah. Honestly, we have some really, really good players with us in this tournament. We actually had Team Mikhail S. If you know anything about Deadlock, or you know a tiny amount, maybe you've heard the name Mikhail S been thrown around, but he's currently the #1 player in the world for Deadlock, with something ridiculous, at least on Tracklock, when Tracklock was still working around about 3 days ago. He had 7,000 Tracklock elo compared to, I think, second, which was around about 3 or 4K. So he was ahead by a lot. And I did the math on it, and he mathematically has at least 1,000 hours in the game, considering this is a playtest. That is sort of nuts. But he's very good Paradox, very fun to play with. We also have Hydration. A lot of people really enjoy his content and his games. Very well-known Yamato player. He is, I think I've actually watched quite a few of Hydration's games, because this was back when Yamato, not people really were sold on her, and Hydration was like, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make this work. So we have some really big names. We even have Listic, 3rd best player in the world. Like, what's going on? This is a crazy setup in terms of the amount of players who are really good here.
It is a star-studded tournament. Jacky, is there anyone that you're excited to see today at all?
I think I'm just happy to be. I'm just glad the stream is working after the initial issue. It's like it was a bit of a stress, but like I'm glad we've got everything moving at least. I'm trying to see if there was an update in terms of what's happened, but we'll have a look through everything in a minute.
Yeah.
See how it's going.
This is going to keep developing as the stream goes on, guys. This is a touch and go kind of thing. We'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll make it nice. This is just the baseline, all right? Just stick with us.
This is
It'll
the
be fine.
baseline. I
This
think
is the
the
baseline.
cool thing is that there's also a lot of players here who are quite well known and have just literally said that they are quitting whatever they're doing. I think it's hard, Jacky. Let me quickly pull up the old tweeter here very, very quickly. Pull up Hard Decky because I think he made this statement the other day. Yeah, so retire from Apex. Now I'm grinding Deadlock. Actually grinded 870 hours. Well done, bro, by the way. And this is an announcement that he's moving away from Apex and he's just fully dedicating all his time to Deadlock. So he's playing with us
Wow.
here. He's a really, really, really big name that we have. It's so cool. It's so cool. And still seeing all the names I used to see in Overwatch contenders as well. It's really weird. Like Leafer's playing, old hitscan player, very, very good. He was really young talent back in the day for Overwatch, and now he's back on board with Deadlock. I'm hoping he plays Vindictor. He played Widowmaker. He better play Vindictor.
That would be
Interesting.
nice. That would be nice. I'm trying to fix some other things. I'm like a little tech wizard in the background. It's a bit of a weird
that's
setup here
fair.
today.
We're figuring it out. Jacky's doing his best. He's pushing all the
Yeah.
buttons in the background, making it nice, making the sound levels lovely. So, you know, it's just Jacky doing this all. Give him a break. But otherwise, it is a really, really crazy lineup we have here for the Aurora Deadlock Masters, honestly. This is one of the biggest tournaments in Deadlock right now with a $10,000 prize pool, if I'm not mistaken. It's insane. And we're seeing more and more people from all sorts of games as well, not
Yeah.
just one specific genre. It's all over the place. People are flocking to Deadlock. It is, I think, the new big thing. And I
It
think
really
it's going
is.
to be really, really huge.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a massive game, just in terms of the amount of talent from other games that are just like saying, look, I'm done with this game. I'm going to move fully into doing Deadlock content. At this stage of development for Deadlock
Right.
as well, that's very
Beta,
impressive to have
it's
that
crazy.
kind of
Oh, yeah.
influence. Shout out to the guy who said, cool Matt 69, 69-year-old talent. True. Very true. True and real. Guy does win all of the open beta tournaments, though, so you got to give him that. All right, he may
You've got to be
a-
consistent, dude.
He's an old man, but he's still good at the game. All right, he's
And
good at
because-
most games.
You have to remember as well, this is an invite-only game. It's not an open beta. It's not in anything. You have to get invited into this game. And there's, what, 160,000 people, I want to say, in it at the moment? It's blowing up. I don't know how big it's going to get, but I'm excited to be here for the ride and see Deadlock's future. It's going to be exciting, especially with this tournament today. It's the first step into a brand new territory.
I genuinely think that Deadlock has a really, really bright future ahead of it, as long as we don't get tech pauses every 2 minutes. But
Yeah.
but I do think he's got a great future ahead. Again, there's so much to be developed. There's so much to be done, just in terms of even the esports scene, but just as the game in general. The game is really fun. Like, I think we were doing. You guys were doing a lot of work last night. I was kind of having just some input watching.
Yeah.
Got to 1 a.m. and I'm like, I've only got an hour left, guys. Let's
Yeah,
wrap
well,
this
it
up.
was
I've
a
gotta
weird
play
one,
Tell us
right?
Deadlock.
about it.
It was a weird one because we, I don't know, dude. We were just kind of sat there last minute, and it was like, hey, like, do you want to do an English restream? We're like, yeah, sure, that'd be banter, that'd be fun. You know, obviously we're super keen. We enjoy a lot of Deadlock. Everyone's been super responsive to the stuff we've been doing with the dead air stuff, so it was sick, like perfect opportunity. And then we sat there and we attempted to build everything in the space of a couple hours. That's why you can see some things are still being tweaked somewhat.
They're
I'm
still
kinda
being built.
yeah, like
basically.
Yeah.
basically, I've gone back to being a bricklayer again. I'm just pulling out all the bricks. I'm putting the digital bricks up and smoothing things over. So we'll adjust some stuff throughout the stream. Obviously, again, like we said, though, we are just like a rebroadcast, effectively. So we're doing what we can to give you the best
Yeah.
quality of games. It's
Well,
just nice to have us all here talking Deadlock.
Yeah, it's cool. We're streaming you the stream. And
That's good English. That was sick.
do you like that? That's good, right?
We're giving you
sick.
game sometimes.
We give you game
Sometimes.
Some-
sometime.
That's all you need.
Sometime maybe not so good.
Sometimes hooray. Sometimes
sometimes-
unlucky.
Yeah, sometimes dismay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not great so far in terms of being able to get the game online.
Here, at least we're
Do it,
trying to
look,
entertain
I mean,
you
it could have been
guys.
way worse, right? There was a solid like 10 minutes when the PC broke, and I don't know, dude, maybe it's just dead.
That's true. But also at the same time, we have had a really cool stream. Like we've shown off the curiosity shop. We've
Yeah,
got
that's fun.
Wait, can we
People
go
like
there?
it.
stand
Do you
here.
think we can go to the curiosity shop, Jack? Can we all fit? in
There's
it?
only room for 2. I'd have to set it up later.
Okay, I
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
How about I'll just leave then, and you guys can hang out in the curiosity shop. Do you want
The
that?
hell?
Whoa.
No,
okay.
it's just such a cool.
I don't know how long we
people
got.
To see it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this. We'll show off the curiosity shop for a sec. And then we'll go to a brief break. Not a long one. I just have a
Okay,
couple
that's
things that I
fine.
need
I'm
to
okay with
adjust.
that.
So I'll get those fixed. And then we'll come back in. And maybe
All right.
hopefully that'll
So-
change some stuff that'll be nice.
This is goodbye for me for now. We will be back. Words.
Whoa.
We will be back after a short break. Stop! Don't make fun of me.
Sorry.
I'm trying. It's been a long
We're just
day.
matching the energy of the stream.
There's like a lot of technical
Sorry.
difficulties
Okay,
in my speech as well.
Apologies. I apologize.
I'll try one more time. Let's do it right?
Okay, stop everyone.
Will we?
Yeah, we
We will
We'll
be
be
right
back
back after the break.
Gaming.
I'll see you guys after you hang out at the casting shop.
Okay, here we are. We're back in the casting shop. We're back here. That's good. That's good. Good banter. Right. Yeah. Okay. I've got a couple of things I need to fix on the stream apparently. So I'm gonna.
What? Okay. Cool.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
What?
no,
What?
no.
I'm being told. I'm getting messages. I don't know, dude. I'm being told that things have to change. So, can you have a
Really?
hot dog? Yeah, we'll bring you some hot dogs. We'll drop them off.
Oh,
We'll leave
things
them
are-
outside the shop.
Okay, bro. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get your hot dog now? Yeah, we'll place it on the side for you. Again, I need to know mustard or ketchup. All right, I'm not giving out
I'll
plain
just
hot
give you a
dogs.
free hot
This-
dog with
this-
nothing
this-
on it.
Disgusting. Okay, it's disgusting
silly.
behavior. Who does that? I bet you put water on your hot dog as well, don't you? Like sprinkle a little bit of water on
No,
it.
they
That's
don't. They don't put
gross.
water on it for that. They drink the water. If you're eating hot dogs in a hot dog eating competition,
Yeah.
you drink the water to make it smoother, to gulp down the hot dogs.
The big dog.
Because especially if you're having it with bread, because it's like how ducks eat. You ever seen ducks? The way they
Yeah.
eat stuff, right? They put the bread in the water, then they have a little bit of
Yeah.
water. They're like, and then they eat that, and that's how they get it down easy.
No, dude, you dip the hot dog. Okay. Yeah, I've seen. I have seen. What's his name? Matt Stoney. I watched a lot of Matt Stoney in my time. You know, 1 a.m. vibes. Matt Stoney
Yeah.
eating 69 hot dogs at once. I've seen
Any
him dip some
particular
hot
reason
dogs.
for that number? Do you was just a fan of the number? Just loved hot dogs?
No, I think it was just funny. The funny number.
Funny
back
number.
then. The funny
Okay,
number.
yeah, fair
so,
enough, yeah.
So he just did 69 hot dogs. It's
Yeah.
good.
All right, cool.
Matt Stoney's great. Have you seen any Matt Stoney stuff?
No, I mean maybe that's what we could do. Maybe we could get
Yeah.
like I could order a whole load of hot dogs right now.
He consumes food like I consume Deadlock content. It's
Which is
actually unbelievable.
non-stop.
Non-stop. But he's super skinny as well. Like, I don't know how he does it. I think he did like a full documentary on like how he stays so skinny. It's like not
Okay.
metabolism. He just has a super strict diet outside of eating competitions. I don't get it.
Well, fair
Then I'm
enough.
like, how is his stomach big enough for that?
I don't know.
Yeah. What's he
Yeah.
doing with it all?
Just
Where's it
nibbling.
go?
Nibbling, I guess.
Just nibbling.
Having a nibble, yeah.
Actually, you know, that wouldn't be bad. Where do I find all my Deadlock content? Because my feed is mostly just you guys. That's nice.
He just watches his own videos back.
I do watch my.
It's really egotistical. Like he
there's
just sits there, he'll watch his own commentary for an hour straight, and the video's only half an hour.
No, there's a guy. There's actually.
dude, don't tell him that.
There's a guy out there called Deathy, and he actually does some really nice videos. I've been watching his stuff recently.
Yeah.
Like
And of course, Lamarite.
he's actually a
Shout
cool
out
guy.
Lamarite one
Lamarite.
time.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Lamarite too, Sam. He does some cool
Exactly.
videos on all the modding side of things.
The boys. The
but yeah.
boys.
The boys.
The mod
back in
pod.
action.
The mod
I
pod.
don't think I've spoken to Deathy yet though. I've just like lurked, watched his content.
Just commenting on all his videos.
No, I haven't even comment on them. I'm just like, I'm there. I
just
drop
existing.
I drop a like now and again. I actually liked on the Dead Air channel
Yeah. Oh,
accidentally.
look at you. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it was
Yeah.
accident. It was accident.
You were sat there just watching 30-second crafts on Dead Air by accident, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
seeing how to glue things together. You know, did you know if you take a paper cup and glue it, it sticks to something, then you can put water in it?
Yeah, well then you dip your hot dog in that.
You could, if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
could do.
melt the hot dog down.
Hi, Kale.
Hello, Kale. Yeah.
Lo and behold, there's tech issues. Shall we go to a?
We can go to a
little
brief
quick
break. We'll go to a brief break.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
fix some
sorry,
things.
guys.
We'll fix some things.
Yeah,
we'll get
we'll
some
get this
things
sorted.
fixed. I'll grab the hammer. We'll sort it. The
Fuck, God, don't do that.
the curiosity shop's leaning a little bit, so we'll put some like stilts on it. and then we'll all come back and it'll be fine. All right. So for now, do whatever you want to do. Really, I'm not the boss.
Yeah,
You know,
eat
it's
some
up to
hot
you.
dogs. Yeah.
It's up to you. Right. We'll be back temporarily. Well, we'll be back probably permanently, but in a moment. See you in a sec. changes that were brought in by Valve on the August 17th patch for Deadlock. More of a mini hotfix, resulting in a lot of balance changes for both Shiv and Ivy. On release, it's fair enough that Shiv did require a few balance changes as he was incredibly strong. So strong, in fact, he was crashing some servers. Let's have a look at what they've done to his base gun damage. They've gone ahead and reduced it from 6.3 to 5.7, bringing it in line with some of the other weapons in the game. Serrated knives have also had a lot of attention put on them. On screen you can see a before the patch image, and this is after tonight's patch. Substantial changes to the amount of damage that serrated knives are going to be dealing. Alongside that, to combat how strong they were from range and with the sheer speed of them, the velocity and collision side have both been scaled down by 10%. The base damage, of course, also got that reduction of 75 to just 35, slicing it down by a large margin. Its spirit scaling has also been reduced somewhat, not the worst nerf, but definitely one that you will feel, and serrated knives in tier 3 had effectively a big damage overhaul, so you're not quite getting those nearly 200 points of damage off the back of serrated knives just at tier 3 alone. Bloodletting has also had some fixes implemented, with it being far stronger than it was intended to be. Let's have a look at what they've done to Killing Blow then. Just a simple fix here. No nerf to the very exciting ultimate, it still has its passive in which you can chain kills together to get that full reset. It will just stop you from falling through the world. Everyone's favourite Deadlock character, it's Ivy. And you'll be happy to hear that Valve have reset the changes to her voice SFX. She now has her original character voice back. There is a whole host of balance changes for Ivy as well though. Of course, in the previous update she was given a new ultimate. They haven't taken it away, but they have tweaked how it works, increasing its cooldown by 10 seconds from 70 to 80. Airdrops 1 will no longer silence in the base, as that's now part of Ivy's tier 3. And the duration has gone down by a few seconds from 20 to 17. Lastly, the slow duration has been increased by an additional second and a half from 3 to 4.5. Spectating's had a bug fix where it would end prematurely a minute before the game itself would actually end. The hero demo has also had a fix where previously it would start you at max level, and they fixed an issue with your boon levels being displayed incorrectly. And thankfully for you audiophiles out there, the music in the shop has been reverted back to the original song by default. Previously it wasn't playing both, as an alternative it was only playing the new song. Lady Geist is also now able to jump during life drain. Remember, if you want a deep dive on all of the changes in the 15th and 17th of August patch for Deadlock, then myself, Blank, and Damp will guide you through everything on the Dead Air podcast. You can check out that episode on the channel in the description below. Otherwise, I've been your host, Jacky. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Dead Air, and get back out there.
You're now listening to Deadlock News, featuring your host, the Oracle, Daisy Powers.
Deadlock is now public. Let's celebrate with the headlines.
Are we using that?
It's now possible to talk about the game, but you'll still need an invite to get in and get playing. Drop your friend code below and help each other out in the comments. Maybe we can hook some people up. Player numbers are going crazy, hitting 100k players and hitting 12 in the Steam charts, just barely being beaten by Baldur's Gate. That's not the only thing that's been going crazy though. You guys have been on our channel, on our Twitter. It's absolutely outrageous and we are blown away by the amount of support. Thank you all so much for nearly 3,000 subscribers. We here at Dead Air thought that the game was going to be announced at Gamescom, sending me over there just in case. We were right about when it would come out, but not how. Thankfully, I was on the ground to talk to the public about the new game Deadlock. Here is some quick footage of that. We talked about Yoshi not getting enough sleep, telling him, go to bed, Yoshi. He finally got some sleep, but seems like he overslept this time, being 5.5 hours late to opening the EU servers for the very first time. You know what we're gonna have to do this time? a wake up Yoshi. Drop those wake up Yoshis below. Speaking of Yoshi, he dropped some early development footage of the game that became Deadlock, and this was made in 2021. This game has been in development for nearly 4 years. Deadlock has been through so many iterations, but it's so cool to be able to share this one with you guys. The Dead Air podcast is now on Spotify. Don't forget to leave it 5 stars if you enjoy the show, as well as hitting that like and subscribe button. That's it for this week's news. My name has been Daisy Damp Powers. I have been your host, and I'll see you next Monday for more Deadlock news.
Welcome back to Patch Notice. I'm your host, Jacky, and here on the Dead Air channel, I'll be taking you through the minor updates that were released for Deadlock on the 18th and 22nd of August. First up, Restorative Locket underwent an awful lot of changes on the 18th update. Firstly, they reduced its spirit resist from 10% to 8%. They also went ahead and nerfed its overall healing capabilities by 5, down from 40 to 35. Of course, with 15 stacks, that is a lot of health. Restorative Locket's cooldown was increased by 4 seconds from 24 to 28 as well, with its max stamina restore that previously used to refill your entire stamina bar now being capped at just 1 stamina charge. Then into the 22nd, we had a lot of changes for items and abilities. High Velocity Magazine was affecting some abilities unintentionally. It's just supposed to buff your bullets, but I believe it was also buffing various throwing projectiles, making them quicker and a little bit bigger. Outside of High Velocity Mag then, let's have a look at another item that's changed. Silence Glyph. Damage was reduced on this bad boy from 150 down to 100, a fair change with how much output of damage it had. It's also lost the additional benefit of giving you +2 sprint, it will now only give you +1. The large change though is in its spirit scaling. Going down from 1.5 to just 1, that is actually a huge nerf to its overall spirit scaling damage increase over the course of a game. Following on from that, there was a few other minor changes to Silence Glyph. Reactive Barrier's cooldown went up by 10 seconds from 20 seconds to 30 seconds, making it a bit more of an actual reactive barrier, rather than always being off cooldown and something that you could use every single fight. Now it will be a little bit more situational about when the item will pop, and you'll have to be more proactive in using it. Following on from that, Return Fire. Now, it's an interesting way that Valve have decided to balance this item, and we spoke about it in depth over on the latest Dead Air podcast, but Valve went ahead and nerfed its damage by 10%, down from 80 to 70. Me and Blank hypothesized, however, that it might have been smarter to instead reduce the cooldown or nerf it in a different way, as 70% is still a large amount of damage and can be annoying when comboed with other items like Metal Skin. Next on the docket, let's have a look at Siphon Bullets. These are becoming more and more meta and popping up in various builds all over the shop. They were previously acting as spirit damage for procs, so that has been fixed in the update. However, it's the following change that's a bit more impactful, as no matter who kills you with Siphon Bullets, you'll now lose 2 stacks on death. Ivy also has some balance changes. One big balance change to the balancing act that is her ult. Airdrop will now silence the ally that's being carried until they've been released. Of course, it makes sense. It only survived 1 small patch cycle, but being able to carry a 7 whilst it's ulting and zap everyone like a big bug zapper is no longer a viable part of the game. Unfortunate, we'll miss it, but it's gone. For Shiv, he's had some more changes to Bloodletting. Shiv and Ivy both get a lot of love, it seems, right now, with various tweaks to her new ultimate and Bloodletting's damage mitigation capabilities for Shiv, with damage deferred being reduced by 5% down from 40 to 35. An interesting one as well now, as shotgun heroes
had a fix applied to them where previously they were applying build-up effects like toxic bullets instantly on ricocheted enemies. Meaning some smart fellow out there figured out that you could use characters that fire multiple projectiles at once to apply bleed or damage dealing effects off the back of using ricochet in synergy with it. An interesting bug that Valve have detected and now fixed, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Lastly, Guardians are changed once again when it comes to parrying them. Of course, parrying Guardians has been tweaked a lot recently, but now, off the back of pulling off a successful parry, you can't chain stun them together, stopping a Guardian from actually fighting back. Instead, they'll quickly burst you with a laser. A better change. If you'd like a deep dive on all this and more though, and want to stay up to date with all the changes every time there's a Deadlock patch, then please like, subscribe, and listen to the Dead Air podcast. I've been your host, Jacky. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Patch Notice, and get back out there.
You're now listening to Deadlock News.
Whoa, sorry guys, Ivy just airdropped me in. Welcome to Deadlock News. My name is Damp. Let's drop into the news. First things first, Deadheads, we now have a Reddit and a Discord. If you want both of those, they will be in the description below. 2 patches this week, 1 major patch. We've had a huge buff to movement in the game. Ropes, wall jumping, roofs, all kinds of changes now available. It seems like a lot of people are getting really excited about the future of Deadlock and its potential. There is one minor balance patch. You can find details to both of these in Jacky's patch note.
Hello? Where are we? What's happening? What's happened here? Hang on.
That's not the game.
Is that the game?
That's
That
not
looks
the
like
game.
the game. That looks like the game.
That's the game.
That looks like the
That's
game. Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Hello? We're back. Hello? Okay.
Hello.
We've returned. It looks like the game's going on. They've got the issues fixed on their side. We return to the action. We haven't had an update. Have we had an update? Do we know what occurred?
No.
Was there an update?
No update. We're the stream that streams the stream.
We're the restream of the stream. With the stream, it's like it's like phone jacker, you know? We're gonna film from the back of the
Yeah.
cinema. We're gonna film the film.
Yeah, we have requested that the bitrate be increased, but at the present moment, not possible, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we are trying to get that fixed.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
I think there's also, as much as we had some technical difficulties in the beginning, I think there's also some technical difficulties on the side of the stream as well. That we're streaming. We're streaming the stream.
Is this not live? It is live. It's just we are a rebroadcast. We are the English language broadcast of the event, of course. It is Aurora and 1xBen's Deadlock Masters event. We are Dead Air, who are just here putting our voices over it. So that's what's going down here today and tomorrow. So let's see what we're going to get then as we get back in. I mean, now, I'm assuming, I don't really think there is a match medic or any way to really repair where
No.
things were left off.
They're just starting the game again. So
I think we're just starting over, yeah.
Yeah, so to quickly get you guys back up to speed, it was Abrams banned first, then it was Dynamo banned, into Mo and Krill banned, into Lady Geist ban. And then it was a pick between Kelvin, into Warden, into Paradox and Furnace, into Pocket, Lash, 7 into Viscous, Yamato Wraith into Shiv for Dicta. That's the best I can do. I'm remembering from about an hour and a half ago, guys. All right, I did my best. I think that was pretty good. Okay, no Shiv ban is crazy. I agree. I would ban Shiv every game. He's so busted.
Big stabby boy himself. Oh, we've got the item overlays. Quick look at the items there. That was
Thanks,
interesting.
bro.
Oh, mate. Now I'm
That's
clued
it.
in. There you go. That's dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. That's cool.
Cheeky little flair from the observer on that one.
It is sort of interesting because there's like plenty amount of players up towards the top side in terms of MMR who are just buying Spirit Strike every game. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of damage it does early, like, it's purely there to be sold later on, but the amount of damage it can add extra just like in the laning phase, it's kind of crazy. Actually, true. Now the mid boss clutch doesn't count. That's so sad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for anyone that is just joining us, obviously with this being a reset, You did have the steal, the Warden steal on the rejuve. That was actually pretty sick. Like, that was a highlight. You saw the big Vindicta plays as well. Big maneuver from Lash early with the soul lead, with how he was pulling ahead.
Yeah, Lash did really, really well. Like
it was nice.
And he did his job as well, because that was the whole point, is that he was meant to do his job. He was playing like the Dota 2 position 4. Oh, he's struggling.
Why no VOD? Check, the VOD will be on YouTube. This is all very last minute. So if there's no VOD on Twitch, that's probably why. Just peep it on the YouTube. It's exactly the same. It's being broadcast to both. You haven't really missed anything. The result was invalidated anyway because the game got reset.
Yeah. Everything died, including the result, sadly. Straight back in game. So right now it feels like we're looking at Lash going full early game build into headshot booster, high velocity mag, and hollow point ward. Extra charge just getting around the map. So this guy has actually a huge amount of damage for early game. I wonder if his next item pick is going to be Mystic Shot, because he seems to be saving. If he's doing that, he's looking for a gank pretty soon, I'd say. Because Mystic Shot does add like a massive amount of additional adds a massive amount of additional spirit damage on top of your first initial shot. So for burst characters, it's really big.
Cheeky bit of bleed.
I was looking at the Carfaster in chat. Thanks, Microsoft. Appreciate that.
Start that one early. Oh, dude. Straight into the kinetic carbine there. Nice little bit of chip damage on the Shiv early. Buff it out. My man's going to clean himself up, get some of that health back to play with. Force the Viscous out of the lane. So Captain Jello's got to rotate off. Potential for a bit of a fight on this one, though. Towards Orchard inner lane. You've got a bit of a group up on it. Viscous with the support of the Yamato as well. Don't want to overcommit on that. So back up, play under the safety of the Guardian. Halfway on the HP as well. So if they commit, potential for a bit of illicit damage.
Hey, look at that. Smart guy me. He was serving up for Mystic Shot after all. No way.
Would Fee died for you?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, we've cut to a different camera angle.
Oh, very scared. He's
Okay.
very, very scared. But yeah, Mystic Shot. So he was looking for ganks pretty early on. Seriously, strong team for Sapphire.
Have we lost the first person observer? Is this all we have?
Please.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We can describe it from this. From the sounds, I can tell what's happening.
It has to be so over before we can be so back, Jacky. Okay. All
It's
right.
okay. Yeah, dude. It's early days.
We can see into the distance. Is this...
Oh no. We don't even get that. We don't even get that. They've taken it away. They've taken it away. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Strap in. There we go. Pocket cam. He's back.
That's big.
Oh, yes.
Big.
Oh, it's loud. It's louder. It's louder. Hang on, turn that down. Turn that down. Okay. It's fine.
It's a new
Everything's
guy.
fine.
It's a new dude. Been brought
All
in.
right.
We're just testing out different
Yeah.
spectators.
We've rotated the cameraman, so it's all sorted. Pocket on screen then. Briefcase skating. The new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater maneuvers. Get a bit of farming on the go.
This is so loud now.
It's really. I'm going to turn it down a bit because I can't hear.
Wow, I can't even hear my own thoughts in my head right now.
Whew, all right, yeah,
overpowered.
that was unexpectedly loud to what was really quiet before.
I got Sherlock Holmes discombobulated by the sound of in-game. Thanks. Yeah, we're
Caught
back
me
on
off
board. What was I saying? I was saying that Sapphire has a very strong late game team. At the moment, though, they are not all tanky enough to deal with Amber's squad, which is Team Jam side, which in our last game was very, very strong in terms of grouping up early and kind of deathballing it. They have great deathball potential, which was quickly turned around by a nutty rejuvenated steal from Warden, where everyone just parried. No one fought to heavy melee the rejuvenate. So this time we're looking to see if Team Jam side can actually get a bit more done. Actually, doesn't quite dodge the affliction there. It still goes through the cube, and he might just get back to base. The classic goo ball getaway.
Roll up and roll out the Autobots maneuver back towards the patron. Ooh, oh no. It looks like the server's struggling a little bit here. Might be on the spectator side, but we'll hope for that for now at least. That's going to be Prestige going down, so Paradox out of commission. One staggered respawn on that, about 9 seconds to be back in play. Seven's going to take a bit of an uppercut as well, allowing them to actually push this one a bit deeper now. So you get a bit of control, push out one of the lanes with the Guardian, get the knock on that, and take it out.
It's on board there with Dimov, the Rejuvenator Rebel himself. 0.8k here. Slow and Hex already bought for the Lash, so being able to get close to people pretty quickly. He was, I think last game he got a little bit more fed, so he's able to actually pick up Silencing Glyph as one of his first items. The Panic Lashel, never fun inside the tons. Concussive Combustion just kind of stops that one straight away.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like a repeat almost.
It's happening very similarly, very similarly. I mean, it was a nice attempt from him at least, right? You get Paradoxical swapped off the back of the engage. He tries to go for the getaway towards the underground. Didn't look too bad from the way he was playing it, but obviously all comes crumbling down when you get burnt to embers. So Lash out of maneuver. It's hard, isn't it? Because now obviously you're comparing things to what we saw previously. But from the annulled result that was there, like you actually had a great start early game on the Lash with some of the moves we were seeing come out with. He's kept his confidence up in terms of the engage and the chip damage, though. You're harassing so aggressively deep in lane.
Yeah,
I'm sure he gets the farm in.
I think it was the case that because he's like kind of going for the pseudo buy right now on the slowing Hex instead of being able to pick up instead of being able to pick up the silence glyph, it kind of weakens him a lot, because you want the silence glyph specifically for Infernus, for Yamato, for Viscous, even for Paradox and Kelvin. Like, it is an incredible item for Sapphire versus Ambush, because they've got so many abilities that chain into one another to make their escapes easier, etc. The silence glyph shuts a lot of that down, and you get the quick kills off the back of it, especially Yamato. I mean, being able to shut down her ultimate, like, a lot of times they don't build extremely tanky. It's just a huge amount of spirit lifesteal. There it is. Thank you. The Viscous picks up one. That's technically is massive as well versus Sapphire, but more so I would say for the Vindicta, the Lash, and the Pocket. Pocket just very annoying with Enchanter's Satchel. Just on demand, 7 seconds invulnerability. Sick emoji.
Sick emoji. Slip that in there. You know that's going to happen at some point, dude. Get the emojis built into the chat in Deadlock.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That'd be so good.
I just see a Pocket fly away with the cloak and Satchel. I'm just there spamming sick emoji above my head.
Just Bebop sick. It's just bolts coming out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be dope.
You see that Bebop almost deleted Deadlock last night?
I did see that, yeah. I saw someone was able to get in, have a little cheese, abuse the bot system in the announcement channel. We've gone suddenly loud again. Okay, just goes to show the impact of Lash on that one.
Yeah. Loud Lash.
That's what they call him.
I think at the moment, basically what we're trying to do here for Team Jam side at least is delay as long as possible and try and get something of a lead. And they are opening up basically for Yamato and Infernus to free farm over towards orange and yellow, because this is typically what you want to do, right, during mid game, is you want to switch between the two lanes, and Yamato as well as Infernus can clear both sides very quickly. So you clear orange, you move to yellow, you clear yellow, you come back to orange, you clear there, and you just have essentially Viscous, Wraith as well as Paradox just trying to hold down these 3 other lanes to themselves. It's a smart maneuver. If you can get your late game carries like the Yamato and the Infernus ahead, it's extremely useful. I mean, hard decky going down there is a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, it makes it a bit rough. Ooh. Follow-up takedown as well, so you get this slight stagger with Infernus out of play for 20 seconds. All that pressure on the Guardian, see if you can push in. Quick harass from the Lash over the push. Spam down as well. Nice stake from the Vindicta to at least buy a bit of time and keep him in position, so you can't overly commit. It's going to slow down the full attack onto the Guardian by at least a couple more seconds. Viscous comes in for the quick assist, and they hard confirm onto that one.
So right now, it's actually going down pretty well for Team Recrent. I mean, still at 69k to 63k. So we're not 6k ahead in terms of souls, which is a lead that can be extended out quite a bit. That was a crazy flame dash, actually. Forces out the ultimate from Warden, too. And you know what? You might actually find him. You get a quick speed down here on the slide. If you can get the afterburn continuing to tick here. Does he have duration extender already? He does. Oh, and just grabs him. No debuff reducer, so that thing lasts too long, in my opinion.
No, that's nice, dude. Clean follow-up. Smooth moves as well, instantly in. You get that big slide down towards the underground. It's so good. So constant damage output, the free DPS, and the dot dealing with him. So Warden off to the Burns ward on that one.
Yeah, again, this is the difficulty for Recrent, is that they are desperate to get to the end game and just kind of live out this early to mid game, right? This is where Jamside's comp just really does well. They can hopefully grab this. Tried to predict a little too much. I think you thought he was going to go into Veil. Ooh, I do that too. I think I'm a god. Try and get it through the Veil every single time. But this is looking like it's going from bad to worse, which is very sad considering that we're replaying this and, you know, for Team Recrent, this was such a good situation for them beforehand, where it looked almost impossible for them to lose, and now you can just see Team Jamside get into the groove of things here, Jacky.
Yeah, starting to come alive again. Putting a lot more pressure on. Ooh, you lose out on the Vindictor as well. 7 getting lit up. The battle of the elements. Again, you are in your element as well with the slide. You see 2 bullets in the mag, but the full commit down the ramp.
Yeah.
If he hits those extra shots, dude, it makes it so rough. So 7's got a piece out. Lucky to be alive on that one.
Yeah, what you really need versus Infernus is like Heal Bane or Decay, but you have to invest into that. And at the moment, for Recrent, they're busy just worrying about trying to get online at this point in time, because they are going to take a while to get online, especially Hardeki on the 7. He understands that, you know, maybe he could have won that fight if he hits the just in time gets away. If he hits the static charge, maybe he's able to stop the lifesteal from going through long enough that he's able to hit the power surge as well as drop the ball on him and get some big damage off. But I think for Hardeki, he'd just rather live and be able to pick up a lot of the jungle that is sat on the side of Sapphire. So much more valuable to him at this point in time than messing around versus Jamside on Infernus, who's fairly fed right now.
Look at that big feed. Quick collect on the urn as well. So an executive decision being made by the Warden. I'm going to go for the fast rotate on that one.
Yeah, he's so fast, honestly. Had healing right on as well, so a little bit of extra sprint. And we'll just set this one down. No one's even challenging for it. The AP, ability point, guys. Ability point. 1 AP for handing in the urn. It's nice that it drops over towards Warden as well. Convening further ahead in terms of AP game. It's really, really well done here. Wolfie goes for the pause. Wolfie had a lot of disconnects last game. And it looks like maybe going for another disconnect here whilst he gets it. Also, please stop jinxing it in chat.
Don't mention pauses. It was fine. Everything was fine. We had fixed it. So let's just collectively, let's assume there will be no pauses. Okay, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Rush him.
Bundle it now. Oh, mate.
Yeah, we're just going to wait for Wolfie to get back into the game. Which is unfortunate because, you know, technically they're doing much better in this matchup. And again, for Recrent, I think they're doing quite well in terms of taking use of the jungle, farming at the lanes where they can. The tier 3s are still alive on Amber side, which I find kind of curious that Infernus hasn't really gone for any of those. So Jamside hasn't cleared both the left and right side of them. And I mean, I think at the moment you are going to see Psycho heading across over towards the other side. So you should check out the tier 3s there. Make that call across to Hardeki, but he gets caught by Jamside, Yamato as well. The rest of the team's left over to the other side to deal with the goo ball himself. Ooh, just about gets away, does Hardeki, but will have to leave behind Recrent.
The game is afoot again, though, which is nice. We got a little bit worried there, but we're okay. Don't have to worry at the minute. Orton's got that big boy speed. That's what it's about, especially with the urn. With them being slightly further behind, we went for it as well. You get that increase. Oh, here we go. Lash, though.
That's
Looking
nice.
for the smart maneuver. Flicks them in. Oh, smooth cleanup off the back of the play. The Lash flickaroo into the Walker.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice ultimate coming through from Lash there. And especially because it's something you don't really expect when the Walker's that low. You're looking to commit and finish onto it. You get your first flex slot off of that Walker. So they were committing a little bit too hard there. You can see now Recrent is just trying to push the issue. They have Affliction down and on, which makes it a little bit easier to get some of these kills coming through. Kelvin should die for that. Only losing Psycho off the back of that engagement, taking yourself back up to 100k, really big. And you can invade the jungle now. You can see right there, they see the tier 3s up. Hardeki should take that.
Walker on Walker crime. Ooh. Nice quick hit on the silence glyph as well. Denies the chase from the Wraith and buys a bit of time for the response. Did get off the telekinesis though. And the swap. Oh, mate. That is the ultimate BM combo.
Yeah, and that's actually kind of a cool combo as well, to be honest with you, because you can lock them in place. Even if you can't chase, the Paradox is there to get an easy paradoxical swap to place them back in the position where they can follow up on it. So it wasn't all doom and gloom, and getting a staggered kill like that, 26 seconds where Sapphire's going to have to play a little bit more safe so Recrent can't get further forward. We're still just running right now with basic duration extender. You don't really need much more than that. Honestly, Infernus's out there at the moment, you can kind of just get away with Mystic Vulnerability and duration extender, a bit of Spirit Lifesteal, and some 500 items in the weapon category, and that's all you need. From there, you can kind of start doing big damage. He's just inherently a strong character. Headshot booster is kind of essential early on, though, because he does... like the plushy noise when it squeaks? That's kind of him early game when he's like shooting away with the finger guns.
The plushy noise? Do you mean like a squeaky toy?
Like a squeaky toy, yeah.
Like what's his name?
Yeah.
Was his name just Squeaky from Toy Story? Do you know the penguin?
Yeah, that guy.
And he's like, Woody, I've lost my squeaker.
Yeah, that's in fairness.
No, wait. Was his name Wheezy? Why not just
Yeah.
straight up Wheezy? Deploy the Wheezy.
Deploy the Wheezy. Yeah, that's in fairness, just early game.
All right, yeah. I get behind that.
Without headshot booster. With headshot booster, a bit more scary. Yeah, you really don't need
Then he
much
becomes
to
Ron
make...
Weasley.
Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley.
But in the later movies.
Mate.
Yeah, when he was cool.
When he's in the forest, running around.
Yeah.
You know the one. Oh, mate. That's unfortunate for Viscous.
He got static charge. I don't think he realized he had the static charge on him.
Yeah.
I don't think he had cube up. I think he already used it.
I think he popped it. No Jello cups left, mate. He'd had them all for breakfast.
None more for you.
Oh, no! No! Why?
Not like this.
Ah, they've done it again! Oh, no. I can't believe it.
Well, look, I hope you enjoyed early and mid game. That's what you get.
That was good. Okay. So
Right.
here, look. Right, hang on. Here's what we're doing. Here's what
Okay.
I'll explain this. Here's what we're doing.
Okay.
This is a new digestible MOBA format. We're trying something new here. You just get a bit of the game. You just get a bit. And then we do it again, and you can have a think about what might happen. And it's like a choose your own adventure game, dude. Like, who would have won? Who would have won? I don't know. I don't know.
Now they're going to counter the counter.
That's what I mean, right? Like, who would have won? If you turn to page 57, Viscous won.
That's true. Yeah. Does Viscous take a left or a right inside the yellow lane? Turn to page 10 if you chose left. And page 62.
Literally. Hello, Pilgrim. Welcome back to the Deadlock Choose Your Own Adventure stream.
Oh, this is awesome. Can we do a poll? I'd love to do a poll.
What on who? What the outcome was?
Yeah, we have to would you like to switch to page number 2 or 3?
All right, here.
Actually-
Let's switch to page number here. Hello.
Hello.
We're back. We've
Are we
moved.
back on-
Yeah.
back on
It's us
screen?
three.
Okay.
Welcome back. It's me. It's Damp. It's Blank. Hello, Damp.
I look like I'm wearing like some kind of cloak.
Oh, we're back. That was
Yeah.
with no
The
warning.
game's
Thank you for
gone.
that.
Sorry. Yeah, look, it's hard. All right. I'm
Alright.
pressing the buttons. I'm trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
Okay.
making a clip of that 'cause that's
Have
really
you figured
funny.
out polls? Have you figured out polls?
I know
You
how
have
to do a poll. I can do a poll.
Can you do a poll? Can you do? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Sure.
So
what poll?
you guys knew where roughly we were in that last game. We're in the mid game. You know, it's about 10k ahead for
Yeah.
Team Recren. For Jam side, they're about 10k behind. Now, we want page 62. We got page 62.
Let me get the book.
Recren does mid boss. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Or page 10. Yeah. We have Team Jam side challenges for earn.
Are we
What
supposed to be writing
happens?
this down? Is this going in a poll?
Yeah, that's in the poll. That's in
you
the
know
poll.
what?
Challenge for mid boss or Earth.
I know
Is that
you
what we're
guys got
writing?
really
Yeah.
excited because I said I can do polls, but I
But you
lied.
forgot
I
how
don't,
to
I
do
don't
Have
know
you lied?
because it doesn't pop up. The / poll command is not real. I guess.
It's just not real.
I don't know how to make it happen.
It's not real.
It's not
Look it
real.
up.
Oh,
I think
look.
this feels like a bit
It's
of a pain,
fine.
Type
though.
1 for challenge for Earn.
Okay,
Type
yeah.
2 for challenge
That's what
for
we'll do.
mid-boss.
That's what we'll do.
Okay, everyone,
Alright?
just type in the chat. We're not keeping
/
track.
Yeah.
prediction.
If you
Wait.
here,
Oh,
pilgrims,
it's a prediction.
if you
Is
would
it?
like to take the mid boss, type 1 now. Hang
Team
on, give
Recren.
him a minute. Give him a minute.
Okay, everyone.
All right, hang on. Okay, hang on. Let him come in. If you would like to take the urn, type 2 now.
It's like a
Wow.
choose your own adventure.
There's quite a few ones here.
We're innovating. Oh my god.
This is new esports. Like we're making something new here. Okay.
Actually,
It
there's
seems
quite
like
a lot
two. It seems like
yeah.
two.
Right,
Okay.
Earn's on the
Here's
money.
here's what's gonna happen then. I
Okay,
set the
what
stage.
happened? What happened in the book?
The urn has been picked up.
Okay, understood.
Right.
All right.
Right.
There's a lukewarm light touching the deposit area for the urn, and its red
Okay.
misty glow can be seen.
Yes.
So in the peak of the solar eclipse, right? Warden's grabbed it. He's thrown it under his arm, like that video. You've seen that video with the
Yeah.
guy who's like, when you're carrying a cat, carry it like this. Squish that
the
cat.
cat. Squish
Yeah,
the cat.
squish that urn. So he
Squish that
squished
cat.
the urn, and
Yeah.
he's sprinting towards it.
Okay.
Now, 1, does he trip and fall? Or 2, does the game DC?
Okay.
One.
Right.
One.
So
one.
no, because game DC ends the book. All right, we don't want that. We
We
don't
don't
want to end
want
the
that,
book.
guys. We don't
Sorry.
want to end the book.
No,
I know
listen,
how this works, Jack. This is how Jack
right.
works.
Okay, so this is better.
You've got to have an outcome where you
Okay.
just lose,
No,
bud.
no,
That's
no,
how
no,
choose
no.
your own adventure
No,
games
no, no,
work.
no, no,
And it's
no.
up to you to
Okay.
open the page.
One,
Okay.
surely.
All right, so 1, you take the urn back through your own base, and you're cautious with how you place the urn in the landing position, but you give more time for Team Jam side to respond. Or 2, you run straight through the mid-boss arena. You go straight to the other side of the map,
Straight
and
through.
you just get it in. Okay, you go the fast route. Okay,
But mid boss is there, and remember,
But
he'll get
mid-boss
he'll
is
get
there.
It looks
we
like
didn't charge for
2. 2
mid-boss.
is overwhelmingly winning. I
Okay,
love
so
that.
we're going straight through
We're
the
going
mid.
straight
Right.
from it. Okay.
What
do
happens,
it.
Jackie? What happens? Which page have we
Bring
gone
it,
to?
go.
Straight through mid.
Okay, hang on. Let me flick through the tome. All right, guys. As you progress through the mid boss arena, the big meatball himself glances at you and he says, "Hey up, lad. Would you like to trade that urn for a piece of shiny gold?" Gives you a wink. Do you want to trade the urn, everyone? 1 or 2? 1 meaning yes, of course, as it would, and 2 meaning no.
Would you say no to the mid boss? Oh, yes, to the mid boss.
Yeah.
1 for no, 2 for yes, I think.
This is mixed results here. Okay, this is our first
Okay.
mixed bag. I like this.
Ah, okay.
How are we gonna ever pick track? Are we gonna have to flip a coin or like roll a d20 or something?
We could add them up, but that seems like a lot of work.
That
Add
seems
them
like a
up.
lot of work. I'm seeing a lot more 1s here, personally. I feel like
True,
it-
I agree. Sure.
So we're trading the urn for 1 shiny gold coin.
yes. Is that correct, chat? Trade the urn. Correct?
We'll just probably say yeah.
We want shiny gold coin.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Go
right.
on.
All right. Well,
Deadlock
Warden.
D&D.
He takes the urn and he holds it above his head and he says, "I am Warden and I have the urn." And then mid-boss himself, he looks at him and he goes, "You see that, mate?" And he grabs it with one of his little tendrils.
Oh, no.
Puts it on the floor. And
Yeah.
then he digs around in his back pocket. He's got a pair of jeans on.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can't picture that, imagine this. Would a mid-boss wear a pair of jeans like this or like this? So he's wearing jeans. And
okay,
he
he's
digs
wearing
out
jeans. Yep.
digs out the gold coin and he plops it into Warden's hands. And then he does the full quote from the end of the original Willy Wonka movie in which
Okay.
he says, "You get nothing, boy. Good day." And then he snatches it back.
Oh no, you
It was a
lost
We
a
got
ruse.
nothing.
It was
We
a- it was
lost
a
the
ruse.
sword.
So you've lost the urn.
game.
You've lost the urn. And you've been Willy Wonka.
Oh, that is
No!
upsetting.
Yeah, you've lost the urn and you've been Willy Wonka.
It was so sudden.
You wanted the
I'm
shiny gold
unfollowing.
How
coin,
did this
guys.
happen? Oh, we shouldn't have given him the urn.
What are we
should've
gonna
kept
do? What are
the
you gonna
urn.
do? What are you gonna do? You're just
I
stuck
don't
there.
know. Is it over?
Why? Did,
one
how,
for
you
jungle.
know?
What do we have on us? Can we pat down our pockets? Like, what do we?
It's
who
got-
are we?
No
It's
skills
got a-
Where are
check.
we?
No skills check. Okay. maybe-
Everyone roll. Hang on. If you've got D20s in your house, roll them now. Send in pictures.
Roll them now.
Send in pictures. Tweet them at us. Whoever sends one in first will go for that being
Hold
the
on.
skill check.
Tweet
Maybe we could
Deadlock
remedy this.
Air.
We might be able to
Roll.
save this.
I like the comments. Just kill mid boss now. Just kill mid boss right now. He's offended us.
We have no
He's offended
information
us.
to go on. We can't just rush into things, guys.
That's so funny.
I rolled a
He- I
15. Prove it.
Alright.
Prove
Pretty
it.
good. It's
Send
pretty
it to
good.
Deadlock Air.
Yeah,
On
tweet
X.
at us
Tweet that.
at
Tweet
Deadlock
that.
Air. If you've got a D20, roll it. Don't fake
wanna
it because
see
we'll
them.
know.
What level are I got? What the fuck? I just rolled a nat 20.
Okay, we're getting some
Whoa.
good rolls. Good
Okay.
rolls, but I want to see them. I'm gonna actually open my phone. Hold on.
Answers on a postcard. You know, you can send them to 124 Deadlock Street, South Deadlock Avenue.
Okay. I'm on the Deadlock Air account as we speak, gamers. So
Okay,
go ahead
let's-
and
let's
send
see.
in
Okay.
your tweets and we will review them. Oh, we got a 15. Legit.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Someone
actually
actually
a
sent
real
it in.
15.
We did get a 15.
Whoa,
yeah,
hang on a
I'll
minute.
send two.
That's an internet dice.
That's allowed. I
actually?
think that's fine.
Yeah, that's an
That's even
E-dice.
It
better.
makes it more accessible though.
Whoa.
That's
E-dice. Okay, so
E-dice.
15 it is. Well done, Jag.
Well done.
Good job.
This is for kill mid boss, steal urn, and shiny gold coin.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 15. All right, let me have a quick think. I mean, I feel like at that point, potentially, maybe what you do is Warden, he gives him one of these looks. He goes, with one eyebrow, kind of like The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
He really winds his fist back and he puts his whole body into it in one swift punch. And mid-boss just goes, "Oh, man." And he's looking at him and he goes, "Oh,
No.
that's giving me stomach cramps." And he looks really upset. So now
that?
he just seems annoyed, and you've hurt his belly. You've hurt his belly, by the way. Yeah, like you've really hurt his stomach. Like he's got irritable issues with his belly as it is.
He has IBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not his fault. He was born that way.
We're
Can you
kicking him
steal
in
his
the shin
jeans?
as well.
They want to steal his jeans.
Hobgoblins.
This is so good. This is an awesome
I
stream.
didn't expect it to turn into this, but I'm so happy.
Can we
it did.
pickpocket the mid boss?
I-
He's got 4 pockets, 2 on
Your
the front, 2 on the back.
pickpocket skill is too low for
Run
mid
of
boss.
thy pockets, mid boss.
We don't even know who we are. Jack, can we like do an investigation check? Can I see which like hero we are or anything like that?
You're Warden.
Yeah,
But-
Warden.
Yeah,
Oh
you're-
yeah, okay. I
Actually,
completely
you would
forgot.
be pretty investigative, I would say. You know,
Yeah,
Warden.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
He-
like
it's like a
investigate for
detective.
a week?
He's got a little. It's not exactly a magnifying glass. It's just a monocle on a stick. He glued it together himself, and he
Yeah.
calls it his zoomy stick.
His
And he whips,
zoomy
he whips that up,
stick.
and he goes, "Let me have a gander." And he looks
Yeah.
in, and he goes, "That's a pair of jeans."
Yeah. This
So he
should-
know
Okay.
he knows there's jeans.
Look, guys, this is
Great.
you guys are dropping some really good banter in here. I actually kind of like you guys thinking outside of the box, right? You know, if we were inside the Kellogg's box, you are outside of it right now. You've
Thank you.
escaped the Rice Krispies. You've done really well, guys. Yeah, we could do a Baldur's Gate 3 stream. Damp's really into Baldur's Gate 3.
No,
She's a big fan.
I'm not. It's fine. It's not like I care about it that much or anything.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've
This
not
is
played it for
basically-
500 hours.
This
It's
is literally
fine,
just
okay.
become that that podcast we did where I made you do desert island items.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
I
a
That's
enjoyed
what
little
this
that.
is.
Yeah.
Deadlock D&D.
But yeah,
Do you
You
want to go back to a
steal-
little bit? Oh,
you
are
steal
we
mid
continuing?
boss's jeans.
Right.
Okay.
You run
yeah.
off thy fingers through his mid wallet pocket, and you take his shiny gold
ever-
coin and earn.
You-
And then, if you wish to take his jeans, you can as well. You freaks. But
So
yeah,
here's what's gonna happen. All right, Warden, he takes his jeans. It's fine because he's just goo. He's like mid boss is pretty gooey, so he doesn't really need the
Yeah.
jeans. He's taken the jeans. He's gonna put the jeans on, but they're a bit big, so he can't. He's kind of just wearing them like a sort of skirt over the top of the rest of his clothes.
Yeah.
But he seems to like it. Like it's pretty comfortable, I guess. He's got pocket space now. He didn't have that many pockets before, so he can carry some extra bits
Yeah.
when he goes shopping. He's got the urn back because that was in one of the pockets. As the the pockets are pretty big. So all in all, like he's chuffed to bits. It's going pretty well. Mid boss is there. He's got stomach cramps. He's kind of like lurching over, just going. Oh, man.
No, man. My
What you-
jeans.
What you doing that
My
for?
stomach.
Yeah, like he's not happy
Right.
about it.
He's not well.
No,
Yeah.
like, yeah, obviously not. It's really gone bad for him.
Yeah.
But the problem is, you ever seen that video of the fox? There's like a guy, right? And he's feeding this fox near a bench, and he's got his wallet on the bench. And the fox comes over, and he's like sniffing his hand. He nibbles on a bit of the bread, and then he
Yeah.
grabs the wallet, and he bolts at full speed.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's good.
Yeah. So that happens, but it's just Bebop on all fours.
Oh.
Comes out of nowhere. Just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, dude, no one expected it. He was hiding behind the vent. He's been round the corner, but he's
Okay.
rolled in, grabbed it on all fours. He's out of there. He's just running off.
Yeah, bloody Bebop.
He's gone. He's gone.
Try-
He's got the
try-
jeans. He's got the
Yeah,
urn.
always
It's gone.
doing stuff like
He
that.
tried to cancel Deadlock last night. Now he's running around on all four of his legs and one ball. Crazy stuff. It's just unacceptable.
He's out of control.
I think we'll head to a quick break for now. This was a good bit. Thanks for joining in, everyone. We'll get a proper poll, I imagine, in the future for more bits like this. that
I
you
mean,
can
to be
join
fair, like here's
Yeah.
the thing though. I have no idea how long the break is going to be. I don't know. Well, we're flying by the seat of our pants right now.
in. Yeah.
So
I need a drink though. I'm
you
thirsty.
thirsty?
I'm
I'm
thirsty.
okay to keep going if you want to
Yeah.
go. Like,
We can give Blank a small drink break. Everyone go for a hydration break. We'll take a timeout, guys.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
If you are watching the stream right now, if you're one of the 1,072 people here, first of all, thank you so much for coming to our
Yeah.
first ever stream. Claps all around. And secondly, we're going to take a quick intermission to get some water. You should too. Make sure
Yeah.
you get hydrated and you stay safe so you can stick around for the tournament. Who knows how long it'll take. So let's just, hang in there, get some water, and we'll be right back.
Also, I saw someone saying I'm a bit small, so I'll just.
You are kind of tiny, but
You're a
you're
little
not very.
small.
Does
you're
that
not
make
very
it?
big.
Is that better?
That's kind of
There
good.
we
yeah.
go. I think that's fixed it. All right,
Wait,
guys.
that means I can leave from my drink break. Actually, perfect.
There you go. Right, we'll be back in a minute. Hello.
Oh, we are live now, back at it again with the Aurora Deadlock Masters, brought to you by 1xBet. And I see that Jacky, did you bring a little new hero with you into the cast today?
I did. It's Big Calico. It's S'more himself. He's here.
The
The world's
fourth
#1
host.
Deadlock cat.
I
This is
like
the
the fourth the
This
first
is-
fourth caster.
this is the #1 catster in Deadlock.
It's
he,
true.
He loves it.
I'm considering going to grab one of mine as well.
One of the
my-
many.
One of my
One of the
three.
many catsters.
Yeah, one of my 3 casters.
Before we do that, if you guys are able, I would love to ask you some actual Deadlock questions for the people while we wait. We don't know how long this break will be, but we will be here to fill it. We are great at filling dead air. Are you guys down for that?
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's why we picked the name.
Yeah.
We just love timeouts.
We
my favorite.
love it.
Oh,
we
I love
love
it.
it. Yeah, so technically we haven't even done one game yet, right?
Wait, if you add them
I
up,
think it's restarted.
it's about half and a bit.
What do you say about half? I'd say we've done like a full game. We
Yeah,
have done a
probably.
full game, but we haven't actually done a full game.
In comparison,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not the best situations. It's not the worst situations either. We've
No.
seen some games. We've seen
But
some
we're having a
gameplay.
good time.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool just seeing, I think, this kind of glimpse into top tier Deadlock gameplay when, like, tournaments do become more commonplace.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a really nice taste of it. I enjoy the time I'm having here.
No, dude, that's what I mean. I'm having fun, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the quick recount as well, obviously, for any of the newcomers to the stream. 2 quick questions. If you're asking about the VOD, that'll be on YouTube. All of this was put together super last minute, so that's there. And then we are just obviously the rebroadcast app. We're just here to give the English side. That's all.
That's all we're here for. Just to do the old rebroadcast with the stream that streams the stream. That's how I'm going to explain it every single time. With the stream, the stream's the stream. And right now, the stream's not streaming anything. So we're streaming us, doing stuff, doing things, talking about the game, doing a little bit of choose your own adventure type stuff.
Yeah.
Where you physically have to type in the chat 1 or 2. You don't click a poll
Exactly.
because we're old fashioned here. We like to do it like that, you know, a little bit. You did clickety clack on the keyboard.
We do have a really fun segment. I want to ask you guys a few questions about Deadlock and see what you guys have to say as, like, some seasoned players. Are you guys down for that? You want to do that?
We
Yeah.
can do that. Let's do
All right,
that.
awesome. So, Blank, Jacky, I want you to tell me what your favorite heroes are. What do you enjoy to play?
Go on, Blank. You can start.
Hey,
You little-
what?
Oh, you can
Blank always
start.
starts,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like you're always so keen. So you
Yeah,
start.
Go
yeah,
on.
but Dam said Jackie.
No, I said Blank and Jacky.
Yeah, it was a
No.
collective
It's
now.
a collective.
A collective now.
Okay. I feel like. Okay. Maybe my favorite hero is Vindicta.
Cool.
Because
Okay.
I really like her gameplay. And then.
Her gameplay, yeah.
No, I like her gameplay a lot.
Yeah, she has great gameplay. I agree.
Why is that? I actually really liked Vindicta, and I didn't even know she wasn't wearing shoes. Okay, I
Didn't even
realize.
notice. You've never
I didn't-
noticed.
I didn't notice anything about that. No. Okay. I also actually
blue
Ben's
slippers
right.
the whole
I do play a lot of Dynamo as well. So I go between
Oh.
jacked, oiled up robot man and Vindicta. Blue lady.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. That's great.
All right, Jack, take it away from us, please.
No, that's fine. I think it's okay. You handled yourself brilliantly, mate. I don't know, dude. I think for me, at the minute, the #1 and #2 are the characters that I would like. This is sick. Like the way they play, and I kind of like their theming, and think they'll get cooler as well. It was, I'd say, Hayes, then Wraith, but now I feel like they're kind of on a similar plinth. And then Shiv. I really liked the way Shiv came in. I liked him more when he had his rocket boots, and he had some of the other stuff that would have been in with Neon Prime too. But I think he's cool, and I think you could definitely make him even cooler because his overall personality, right? Like he's got a sick vibe to him. Like his unique animation for the zip line, the way he just like roams around, he just seems like he's pretty sick. Like I like the way he's animated. I think Shiv's up there for
Yeah,
like
he's cool.
top tier character design.
I think it's so cool how they added so much personality into his character. Even the little head bob he does, you know, all those tiny features that make it feel like he has some personality to him. I wish they did that for all the characters.
Yeah.
Like the unique, you know, when they slide on the subway lines, like how he hangs from his like ankles instead, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading people being a little horny in chat right now. for
Well, let's
lack
not
of
put
a
them on
better
blast.
phrase. I'm not putting on blast, you know, respect that. I'm a vindictor, man. Okay? I'm not judging anyone
I'm
here.
going to move this conversation on and ask you guys, what has been one of your coolest and most like favorite changes to the game?
When Seven parries, he parries with his bum. Now?
That is real. That is real.
Is
yeah.
that true?
Yeah, he like turns
Yeah.
around,
That's
does little
crazy.
spreads.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
awesome.
I don't know why, but
Oh my god. Okay,
That's been
fun.
denied.
yeah. Yeah, shut that down. Shut that down.
Stop it.
I don't know. I think I like two things here that I think are major changes, because I'm a movement buff. I like the movement a
Yeah.
lot. And I think especially like what's making Deadlock so cool is the fact you're bringing back stuff that's been forgotten from arena FPS to the modern era. It feels like modern gamers have kind of like completely forgotten about a lot of the cool stuff that AFPS did, and now we're getting it back, but Valve have made it better. I like the jump pads. I think that was a cool addition. Then I think you've gone a one step further as well, adding in like the wall bouncing. I like that stuff. I think if you even went even further and had maybe not a game mechanic, but like a hero that could wall run, that'd be kind of dope. Like I'd be all for
Yeah.
that. I'd be playing that guy every day.
Yeah, it's really, I think honestly the movement that they've added is very, very cool, and I hope they continue adding more. Not more as in the sense of more bounce pads, more ropes, but just adding a little bit more nuance to the movement that's so far. Because I think if you've got wall jumping, I think wall running is maybe a bit too much, because I think already people are figuring out some crazy ways rotating from one lane to the other. I think I saw even on Heroic's new Deadlock Twitter, by the way, they showed off a Shiv who was able to jump dash wall jump off to another lane within like 5 seconds.
Yeah, this is what I was telling you
Yeah.
about. This is the zip line rotates, where you keep the momentum from the zip line, you hit the wall, so you can go from outer lanes to inner lanes in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like you just boop,
It's-
and carry
it's
the
awesome.
momentum over. It's really
And
nice.
Really cool.
I actually really like that. I kind of want to see people exploit the movement mechanics and see that in its like super high tier gameplay and competitions and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want to see how people maximize movement, because it is a really fun system, and I'd love to just sit down and learn the movement of Deadlock, because there's so much potential there.
Well,
And every time they add something new, everyone's just like, there's so much potential
Yeah.
here. I think it's huge. I love the movement. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Because I also like the fact that, like, I hit it a few times where I think it's kind of been smoothed over a little bit now, but you can still do it. But it's like in CS, right? Obviously, where it's Source 2, there's a lot of, like, edge bugs, and there was a way that you could hit clipping, so you could just send yourself skyrocketing. So the movement that you could do, I don't feel like we've had something that feels this good since like Titanfall, something like that. You know what I mean? Like the Apex style movement where you got the slides, you got the jump in. They'll make the ropes less clunky as well. I've seen people saying that. They're already working on that. I think they'll find a nice middle ground where they want it to be seamless, where you could go like wall jump into a rope, into a bounce pad, into a double dash, into I've killed everyone. Like that's when the game's going to be absolute peak movement. Also, if the Hoppo guys from Risk of Rain come in, man,
Oh my god, we haven't
Valve
even talked
gonna
about
be
that yet.
cooking. Valve gonna be cooking good.
Blink, have you heard about that?
No.
Oh god, Jacky, go on. Explain it to us.
Well,
Give
yeah,
us the
so it's
details.
Hoppo Games, like the guys that made Risk of Rain 2. A large amount
amazing
of the
game, by the way.
devs were acquired by Valve. This was like a couple of days ago. They had
wow.
the studio, and obviously the last time this happened, it was the guys that made Firewatch. It was Campo Santo when they brought them in. Then Half-Life Alyx dropped. So this is like huge, and it's right up their street. You think of Deadlock?
Yeah.
In my mind, it's synonymous with Risk of Rain in terms of like
And
a lot of
this
the
is all
concepts.
speculation,
Yeah.
100%. This isn't confirmed. We
Yeah,
just
there's a lot of
believe,
this
like,
going on here.
even when we early on played the game, I remember telling Jack that this feels so much like Risk of Rain for some reason, and to bring the team on, then like it feels like the perfect match. And I think the game's just gonna get so much better with them on board if they are working on the game. Speculation, of course, but
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing. That'd be so cool.
It's kind of cool because I'm also seeing a lot of people in chat talking about guns as well, which is a very similar kind of movement style. And you wouldn't believe the amount of documentaries I've watched about guns, because that was kind of legendary in terms of movement, and getting close to that, because I think that was a game that just came at the wrong period of time, and people had already left from it by the time it became crazily good in terms of the movement tech. But that's the cool thing, is if they keep iterating on this for Deadlock, people will find new things that they can use. How do you use wall jumps to max efficiency? That's what you do, players that like these types of games, that they will just find the most efficient way possible. You'll have some really fun things start to pop up, and because like the map is such a playground as well, I'm really excited to see what happens next with the game in terms of that side of things. And we've only talked about movement. We've barely scraped the surface of Deadlock, which is why it was actually kind of difficult for me to cast the game for the first time. Jackie, I don't know how you felt, because I was like, so much to talk about.
Well, it's one of those games where like you play it and you think the same thing. I remember when obviously we all got access like super early June. The first time you play it, you kind of, each game, you figure out more things. We're like, there's so much to do. Like, I could do 16 different things at one time. And a lot of them are the right play. It just depends on what's closest, what your overall goal is for that point in the game as well. I think Deadlock's got, like, so much nuance to it. It's silly. So, yeah, like, coming into it, especially when everything's falling to bits with the broadcast, kind of holding onto the raft, it's like Titanic. We're going down.
Yeah.
Please don't let go of the door, Jack.
I will, actually. I'm escaping right now.
But we'll be okay. We're growing into it, just like
Press
everyone else.
2
You
to
can
let
watch
go.
us. No, stop it. That's not an option. We're just learning as we go, and everyone is also learning the game. I'm sure it's an experience to watch it for the first time as a viewer. There's a lot to take in, and we will all get better at watching Deadlock, I believe.
Yeah, it's actually again, the chat right now is really cool. We have a lot of smart fellas and ladies in the chat. I'm gonna stop there. But anyway, either way, it's nice to see that someone says Deadlock feels like the game with a higher skill cap, because it does, right? And I think that is something that we've talked about extensively, Jacky, which is the case that the skill cap being that high is super impressive in terms of just the current gaming climate, where it's been more about how do we get casual players, how do we find a player base where it's like we can get a consistent 1 million players all the time. And Deadlock's like, how about we just cater to people who enjoy high skill cap games, where they have a lot of high skill expression, and
that doesn't exist anymore.
But that doesn't exist anymore. But if you can get like 300,000, 500,000 people playing it who enjoy that style of gameplay, and it's like you don't have to cater to two audiences which consistently pull the game in two different directions, which always feels bad. You can just create a good game like this.
I think it's also, though, I was talking to this about Dan, where I was saying the thing is, I think Deadlock's sick because you've got all of the foundations to be able to make one of the most competitive games in modern times by far, because you can just keep layering stuff on like this really tall cake just full of like crazy techers that different people can do. Exactly, just like that. But you can have that icing as well, right? And here's the icing that I think. You have Dota, where as much as in CS2 and like Counter-Strike Global Offensive, we had the workshop where you'd make maps, and some people would take that as far as they could with actually being able to do scripting, and you had the guy who made like the roguelike, and that stuff was cool, but it's few and far between. With Dota, what I played outside of like the MOBA element itself and the actual game of Dota was always the weird modes, tower defense, all the little game modes people would make, Pudge Wars. Bro, you add that stuff to Deadlock, you've got a foundation to have a game that can have a bit of everything. Because it's fun to play, even if you're not that great at it. Yeah. And then it's really fun to play if you are hyper competitive and want to get great at it. There's levels to it, And I think the more you expand that and Valve just go, here's the tools, have fun, we're going to make this a really polished competitive game, people are going to love it, man.
I think it's because, honestly, the game is fun. And that's all it comes down to, is whenever you play it, you understand, oh, this is actually really cool. And you want to keep playing it because it is a good time. I don't think enough games give you that feeling anymore, and having that is like super refreshing. It's like, wow, I actually am really passionate about this, and I want to talk about this and play more and do, like, it's just such a cool feeling. And I'm like really excited about how many different audiences it's drawing from all different genres of like games. It's so cool. We're like one big secret club. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a big hodgepodge. It's like we've got a massive actually, you know what it is? It's not like a treehouse. It's like, you ever seen Codename Kids Next Door? It's that treehouse in particular. We've got all the bits, the bounce pads, It's all there.
The lasers maybe as well.
Maybe.
Oh.
Wait, are we going in again? Is it fixed?
No, not fixed, because this is still game 1.
Well, it's already paused. Should we give it a sec? Just for an update. It seems like we have the feedback, but I'm seeing a bit of typing going on. We'll give it a minute. We'll stay here for a sec just to be safe. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah. So again, I can see that there is Overwatch players in the chat as
Yeah.
well, and I actually come from Overwatch. That was my original game that I played. I casted EU contenders about, gives me like 5-6 years ago, something crazy like that. And that was kind of like the golden era of Overwatch before GOATs came around, which completely changed the identity of the whole game somehow. But yeah, it was such a cool game back then, before Brigitte, of course. Haha.
It is just cool that people can find refuge in Deadlock
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
It gives you that feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is the golden age. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, some people still enjoy Overwatch, but I think for Deadlock, like you say, it's such a good mismatch of so many good games. Like, it's just a patchwork of a lot of things somehow knitted into one really cool formula that just works. We are just waiting for this pause to go off. Technically, we are in game. Technically.
Yeah,
But
we
does
don't
it
have.
technically
We're
hold.
preparing to
That's what I
return.
mean. I don't know if we have everyone actually in. There's a lot of typing, so we'll give it. Ooh, okay. Well, sending it
Alright.
live.
I'll go ahead and let you guys start casting. It was lovely being on the desk with you guys, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. I think we're in.
Yeah.
Warden does look to be a little bit AFK-ingtons.
Afk.
Yeah.
He's Afk.
Dude, this guy's afking. Why are you not wazding?
Stop afking right now.
Why are you not wazding, dude?
What's harder?
You're inting
One to-
my lane.
one to
You're not
report.
wazding. You're not wazding.
Is that a dono?
No, that's
What is that then?
that's an ad. That's an ad on their stream.
An $800 ad?
What do you think that was a donation to?
No, I didn't think it was a donation to us. I thought it was just on their
Is that a dono?
feed. Is that
Yeah.
a dono, lad?
You've been dono
$800
walled by
like.
Warden. Warden ignores your request. Oh god.
It's not. I think I would have
Okay.
been way more hype if I thought that was a dono for us. Jeez.
Right, let's give everyone the lay down. Let's strap in. So, this is the third attempt at the first map of.
No talking
it's
about
gone,
technical
it's gone,
issues.
It's gone. It's gone. It's got to be gone. I've just seen the observer DC. It's gone. No.
Oh, guys, I swear to God, if we keep talking about technical issues in the chat, that's it. I'm going to get so upset.
Mods, ban everyone talking about tech issues in the chat right now.
Stop jinxing
Mods, take them down.
it. Mods,
Mods, they're typing about tech issues. Mods.
bloody rush him. Wait,
mate.
we've not noticed the bitrate's gone up.
No way! Hang on,
It's
is this
crazy.
maybe it's just because it's froze though. It's like you can really take in the detail like 1 FPS, you know?
True.
Wait, maybe we'll see. Hang on, strap in. Is the feed high? Ooh. I think it's when it's in motion.
Too different.
If they just play really slow,
Yeah. Do you know what they did do with Kelvin?
what? What did
They
they
really,
do?
they really nailed the feel of like a snowball.
The fuck does that mean? What have you just said? They've nailed the feel of the snowball.
Like when you shoot the gun, it's like it really feels and sounds like a snowball, even on the impact.
Mate. You've said a lot of stuff. I don't know. That one's really caught me. That one's really caught me for 6. It feels like a snowball.
It really does.
But there's no feedback, dude. Like, I mean,
There is,
snowballs you
like-
feel because you're like, oh, that's cold. I'm going to throw it.
Yeah, but
What, like the noise? Like the crunchy snow?
the noise and yeah.
See, there's a whole bit here, by the way. There'd be like a super off-topic tangent where Kelvin could... You ever played TFT?
Yeah.
You know Sniper?
Yeah.
Just thinking about like he could literally have a dot that's just yellow snow. Girardi!
Oh dear me. It's like it's not exactly icicles NTBs. It's like a ball almost. High velocity snowball.
The high velocity snowball.
It has like
I did a pub
Yeah.
quiz once that was about Elf. You ever seen the movie Elf with Will Ferrell in it?
yeah.
He
I think a lot of people have seen that. That's a good one.
he thinks he's an elf, but he's not really. Yeah, we did a pub quiz about it, and there was an awful lot of questions about the movie Elf. And ironically, on the way to the pub quiz, I got an Uber there. I was in America.
Right, okay.
And this
About
lady,
Elf?
yeah, this lady told me that she'd crashed 4 separate Ubers in the past couple months. And this was like her new car. A lot like
Yeah.
that. Went down like Shiv, I imagine. That was the impact.
Yeah.
And she told me that. And then she was like, "Do you want to watch a film?" And I went, "Sure." It was like a 20-minute drive. And she put a DVD of Elf on the way, just out of nowhere, unprompted. A little screen came down, popped out, told me about Elf. Just sat there watching Elf. So I was clued up, bro, and we lost. We came second to a group of ladies that really loved Elf, and they had all of the answers written down on the notepad, which I feel like, personally, is cheating in a pub quiz format. Just going to say that right now. Don't feel like that should be allowed.
What, just being able to pull out Elf? on
Well,
an
exactly,
iPad?
because they just... No, they had all the answers. They had every potential, like, Elf fact written down just in case. I was like, that's
ridiculous.
cheating.
I
You're
hate that.
cheating.
Good kill from Hardeki though. Onto Wolfie. Very nice. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it together. After,
Dial it in.
after
Stop
my-
talking about Elf, dude. Dial it
After
in.
I'm sorry. After my Kelvin comment, it kind of sent me west. All right, but we're gonna go back direct north, true north, to the cast. We've just hit around the 3K for 2 of the characters, so Lash as well as Warden. Somehow, Recrent is on 1.3K. He's doing horrifically badly in his lane. Versus Wraith. Needs some desperate help right now from Lash.
Ooh. Nice connection with the card trick as well. Get a quick top up, so Lash's going to get the heal off, keep the pressure on, push the lane out. Yamato on the move. Ooh, potential for a little bit of damage off the back of it. You get the rotate in from Viscous for the assist. Pocket looking for the engage. Quick heal, cube up, get the jelly on the go. It's a nice chunk of damage, actually. Unless 7 can convert back on this, you're going to ruin your way through them. You get the 1-for-1 off. 7 with a nice slide as well. Gets the free DPS on the reposition. But Yamato, quick on a getaway. She's gone.
Like, it's sort of sad because so far Team Recrent has, like, they've won 2 out of 3 of their games. Like, this should have been over a long time ago. And they were both pretty confident, like they were going in the direction of the win by minute 20. I think that's roundabouts where we got to both times. There's just... And it's against the same team comp again. So you have a rough idea of what you should be doing, whether you should be deathballing. That's an insane juke from Hardeki, though. Managed to get out. With the help of Healing Right, of course. Gives you that speed. Very lovely. And he goes in for more poke. That is cheeky.
Keep the pressure on. Oh, Lash with a movement on the backup. Rolls his head into the underground. Take a bit of damage from those snowballs you love so much as they come across. Meanwhile, on the Vindicta POV, trying to keep the pressure on, back towards Wraith, push the lane out. Nice tracing, though. Getting those quick denies off. Good response in the reaction.
Very even right now. And I think, to be honest with you, a lot of Lash's attention has kind of been taken away from his lane just because he's having to do so much help over towards Recrent on Vindicta. Vindicta doesn't really come super online until she gets her ultimate anyway, especially for the early game. It's a bit tough. Ooh, it's so far away. Again, that is the... Ow. It's splattered against the wall. Damn. Okay. Leaves him in a puddle of goo. But yeah, for Vindicta, doesn't really get online too much until she hits that 3K, so she is really struggling. Either that or there's some technical issues, I'm not sure. I don't think Recrent was playing that badly past couple of games. But it would be criminal if Recrent does lose this best of 3. It kind of dumpstered over on Team Jamside for the last 2 half games that we've had before the server crashed and died.
Yeah, it would be a bit rough. I suppose it's one of those with the nature of it, right? You know, it's early days for Deadlock, right? Doing these kind of things, especially at the minute, it's always going to be a little bit unstable as nothing's really fully in place yet. Effectively just custom game lobbies. So players rolling with the punches, trying to do the best you can. I suppose that's one element of it as well. You've got to stay dialed in, dude. You know, it's our first BO3 of the day. Trying to not let that get to you. Trying to not let that get to you.
Yeah. So it's not ideal. But we are here. We're making it happen. The moment, though, it does look like Vindicta's getting itself in a bit of a better spot. Actually has some souls on board. And again, at the moment, if you are a Wraith, like I think with those items, it's like you're in for the long haul now. And this is probably the best time possible for Vindicta to start getting a bit further ahead, because most Wraiths at this stage of the game will just start saving up the 3k for Tesla bullets for that increased fire rate and the additional damage on the procs. It's just like you get all the shots off on the telekinesis. It's just a huge amount of damage. So yeah, again, this is a good time. And even the gank from Warden coming through here, Binding Word maybe hits one of the two.
Mate, this is absolutely brutal. The Desperation ultimate Storm Cloud being used. Low roofs never helped him there. Needs to move to somewhere with a little bit taller headspace to work with. Man's going to go down. It's a 7-second stagger on that, giving more freedom to push out the lanes as well. So Orchard getting absolutely battered towards Sapphire side now. You're going to lose that Guardian, get a lot of pressure immediately put on the Walker as well. And dude, it's rough as well, right? Because I'm right there with you. In terms of the games we've seen, you had Recurrent really coming out strong over the course of both the early to late, well, middle games that we'd seen from the previous two matchups. Had the huge ult steal that's now left as not being a part of the lore that actually happened, which was a shame. So you've got to try and keep your heads up on this one. Equal, though, in terms of the soul lead at the minute. Farming's been pretty clean from both teams. You're making the most of the quick farm. It's nice seeing the response as well. Tracing's super clean. Like, you can see it here on the Wraith gameplay. Mag Venom proving just how crispy he is with the micro adjustments.
Yeah, a little bit more difficult to play Viscous as well these days, because they did really decrease the range of the Puddle Punch. And drop back a little bit. That's a nice paradoxical swap, but this moment, Pocket really can't follow up, and that's Dimov going down. And again, this is sort of what we saw start to happen in that first match that we saw come through, where we did just see guys are on Team Jam side grouping up a lot more, deathballing a little bit. You can see them playing that 3-3 split across the map, and they've been able to get down the majority of the Guardians. There's just one left on the purple lane. You are donezoed. I really don't think there's anything that Recurrent can do in this situation. Yeah, that is the worst place to be. And it's aggressive as well, trying to steal that farm there. I don't know, man. This game's getting out of control for Team Recurrent really quickly. 5k behind at this point, 10 minutes. It's sort of rough when you're playing against these two type of different teams, because with this kind of lead, you could effectively steal a lot of jungle, Jacky.
I'm gonna be honest, mate. I was trying to open the window there. It's getting a bit hot.
That's fine.
Say the last line of your sentence again.
It's getting a little tough now for Team Recurrent. Yeah,
it's getting a little tough for Team Recurrent. It was getting a little hot in Jacky's house. So both are struggling. Ooh, turnaround on this though could be rough. You had the engage from the Shiv. Okay, damage mitigation's good for the quick getaway. Dot's not going to take him down. Saved by the bell of the teammate as well. Wraith instantly put him in his place. Lash on the knock-up, though. Ooh, okay. That's meaty, actually. Canonically, a lot of the Lash plays have been taken away from this game, Blank, but he's done huge moves over the course of the previous two, stalemate results that we're seeing, with the big knock-up back into the Walker that we saw previously. Yeah. Here, you've really caused issues in terms of the staggered spawns as well, taking down 3 of them in the lane. And all in all, bit of a switch back around. So Recurrent looking good. And it is that Lash every time. That's your big sort of intro. Warden going for the earn run. We've seen this in the D&D campaign.
Yes, we have. But he's not bartering with the mid-boss this time around. Again, for Lash, Zania, currently top or 6th player in the world right now, ranked at that position. Like, he is insanely good, and he's been doing his best throughout the majority of these games to get his team far enough ahead where they're actually able to fight this one out. And I mean, they have caught up quite nicely here, 61k to 62, and this is what's consistently happening at the moment, is that the guys over on Team Jamside just cannot maintain a consistent lead, where they are grouping up far too often, whereas the boys over on Team Recurrent, they understand their win conditions. Just get that late game. They know they can outplay them with the combinations on the ultimates and the characters. They're just trying to farm up as quickly as possible. At the moment, it is just still the Yamato, the Wraith, as well as the Infernus, just trying to rotate between lanes and get farm that way. But yeah, now we're back up to an even playing field. It's really just the ability point differential at the moment. I think that's 6 extra at the moment for Team Jamside as opposed to Team Recurrent, but that's not a massive difference. So you're looking at around 30 when it gets to be really bad.
Yeah, the big bloat makes a world of difference.
Relatively similar flow of things for the first sort of 15-minute mark to what we had seen in the previous game. So we're getting a lot of benchmarks here in the Jam side / Recurrent matchups. We kind of see how they're playing against one another and the way it's been developing. Nothing too crazy in terms of the storyline yet. We'll see how it goes, mate. Don't want to jinx it, but maybe we actually get the full game out of this one. It'd be nice to see where it goes. It's a BO3 opener as well, if you are just joining us, of course, in terms of the bracket play. A lot of games. It's a 2-day tournament that Aurora, 1xBet, are running. We're just providing the English stream. So we're just restreaming the stream. Strapped on from the back. Pocket with a push-up on the lane, though, causing issues over towards the yellow lane on the amber side. Going to get another Guardian under the belt. So more pressure, at least, on the inner and outer lanes. All in all, doing a pretty good job.
Flame Dash comes through. You're going to try to take the tier 3s alongside with a Wraith. Just get as much damage done as possible. Sharing the tier 3s at this stage of the game is actually a good idea. If you guys can do it in your own games, you're still getting around 500 souls off the back of that. You can do it fast enough. It's good. So absolutely look into it where you can. And once Wraith gets those Tesla bullets as well, she actually becomes a fairly decent jungler alongside with her card trick. In the meantime, it's 2 players looking to dive on top of the Wraith, but she's taking so much damage, she really cannot hold out versus that Walker. And that is the first one going down of the game. Over to Team Recurrent, and a massive backstab coming through from the Paradox and the Viscous over towards Lash and Shiv, but 2 very slippery characters. Let's see if they can get away from this one. In the meantime, also having the Infernus come through. Does the Yamato live? Maybe, just about.
No, handcuffs waiting. That's Warden. The Yamato down on the getaway. It was nice movement, at least. Clip through the window, round towards mid-bar side. You get the quick rotate out. Want the dot. It was just the Warden catching her up close. So you get the 1-for-2 split, at least, on the takedowns. Shiv and Lash both back up. 7 seconds across the board on the respawns this time. Vindicta roaming a little bit as well, getting the quick farm off back towards mid. Take out those jungle camps, get the extra souls to work with.
Can't tell from the bitrate if that's 87k or 83.
It's
83, 83. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's a soul lead, still pretty similar.
It's a super close game, which is sort of frustrating right now for Recurrent. I think they'd rather be behind in souls with Pocket pulling the urn across, where you get that +2 sprint for running the urn, where he's at a deficit. Oh god, sneezes.
You alright, mate?
Yeah.
What happened there?
It's bad.
You okay?
Someone was talking about me on the other side of the world. Oh my god.
Made you sneeze.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
Blank's dead. We've
I'm
lost
dead.
Blank.
I'm gone.
He's on a 4-second respawn.
Around about. I'm at the rejuve, which is just it's just a piece of tissue roll. That's all I need. Get me
That's
back
all
in the
right,
game.
dude. Sort yourself out. Get yourself going.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm ready. I'm ready and raring. But again, it's just a small soul lead there, but getting the earn in, 2k souls, headed over towards Team Recurrent. And this is typically around about where the game, I think it's like 18 minutes each game, where it has slowly shifted into the favor of Team Recurrent. Again, Champ side, they have an incredibly strong early to mid game team. whereas Team Recruit is more focused over towards just having strength in that late game. Still not placed the earning just yet, but I think with Warden being chased by 3 fellas over towards that north side, should be a free handing.
Oh, it makes me so nervous.
Oh, the little face. The
Yeah,
little
I know,
face.
dude. That's the bit that
Ooh.
always ruins it when you see
Hide
the
Hide
upset
it.
face. The upset face.
Hide the upset face. That's not good.
Put it away. Put it away. Hang on. Everyone, cross your fingers. Everyone, cross your fingers right now. You watching at home, you know who you are. Cross your fingers, please.
Cross your fingers. Just give us a little bit of juice, spiritual aura from you guys. I need plus 10,000 aura from the chat right now. Keep us in this match. I too
That's
blame
helpful,
Lash.
actually. We got the translation. Okay, if that is the case, maybe it can be fixed. I don't know.
What was
Scared.
translation?
It's either an FPS issue or a ping issue. It's one of the two or both.
Oh, dude, we have translators in the chat.
Yeah, the
man.
deadheads, dude. The deadheads are here.
The deadheads are in business. Thanks, guys. You guys are cool. I appreciate that.
Remember as well, if you want to be a deadhead officially, there is a Discord link down below for Dead Air. You enjoying that? Hang out with the other deadheads. We talk about Deadlock. We talk about memes. We do the news. We do the patches. We do gameplay. We do funk and we do soul.
We do things.
Yeah, we do the
But
live
mainly about Deadlock.
live jazz concerts every Tuesday.
We do Slork as well. True,
Oh,
true,
we're back.
true.
We're back. We're so back.
Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Dimos
Straight in.
So dead. Should be at least.
There you go.
Damn.
How'd you like that alt fire?
Yeah, that was cool. You got the. I mean, you want to confirm at that point, right? This is a huge amount of walk has been taken. That is
dude, this is
not
also
a bad ult, actually.
Grotesque fight. Yeah, that's brutal, dude. The ability to break line of sight anywhere in that alleyway is so restricted. You've got like one getaway at best. You get hit with a
yourself in
follow-up
the
from the
shed.
pocket as well, dude. Yeah, that's it. Like all you got to do is go hide in the shed or accept the gigawatt bolt straight to the lips.
Yeah, that's actually a really good ult coming through from Jam side there. Jacky, sorry. I really like that. That's actually. So 500. I thought you went so 500 ping non-stop. That's all I can think. I think they can have unlimited pauses, guys, during this format. We've seen a lot of pauses. Yeah.
I haven't really seen the rulebook. Again, obviously we put this together very last minute. Our coverage from the from our side. So yeah, a bit rough.
Translators. This is the quality comes back when we're frozen.
Yeah, it's the bit
Twisted
rate.
Scarlet.
That's
It's just
the
the
issue.
bit rate. Yeah,
It's like
we just stream the stream.
yeah, it's like how you ever seen an esports event when there's confetti, the encoder can't keep up with it because it's just so much movement and motion on screen. You need a lot of bit rate to have the overhead to be able to
Really?
show
So
that off.
So what you're telling me is confetti kills production.
It does actually, yeah. It's like super. See, that's why quality gets bad when you have those moments. Obviously, it looks cool, but yeah, with this, I think we just have a low bit rate. Me daughter Pearl, me lucky penny,
Mate, me stomach cramps. Oh dear.
Okay, let's go to the shop. Let's go to the shop, and then we'll take a sec, and then we'll figure it out. I'm taking us to the shop. Hello. We're in the shop.
We're so sorry, guys. Like, obviously, there's not much we can do about it.
No, we're just
we've
along
tried-
for the ride.
We've tried to make it as fun as possible for you guys, considering that we've only seen half of a game 3 times in a row, and we really do apologize. We'll try and get some games in hopefully tomorrow. Maybe we pre-record some stuff. Who knows? Obviously, we'll have to talk to Aurora about that, getting that done.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at this point, obviously,
Yeah.
remember, we're like I said, we're just the boys sat outside with a barbecue whilst the main event's going on. We're just kind of
Yeah.
seeing what's happening.
So we stole the bats.
So I imagine we'll see where we go. It's one of those. It's one of those.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Let me have a little message. See what's going on.
You can. What we'll do, we'll take a brief break. We can come back. We'll have a chat to you guys. Obviously, appreciate the fact that you've all been hanging out as well. It's super cool. Obviously, from our side, really, a Dead Air, we just love a bit of Deadlock. So it's just interesting to see an event go on and be able to just provide some coverage as we're just sort of tacked on at the side. We're just a rebroadcast from that side of things. But I would imagine you're probably trying to get things fixed, of course, from the organisers' side. So for now, we'll take a bit of a brief break on this one. We'll come back in. We'll talk it out. We'll see where we're at. Drop us a follow, hit us up on YouTube, all the socials. It's all there. You know where we are. You know who we are. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, gang? We'll see you in a sec. Hello, hello. We're back now. Now they can hear us. Hello. There we go.
Hello.
Right, everyone.
Right.
Hello.
Let's talk about what just happened.
It's been a day.
It's been a
and
day.
I think we have. I think I have some solutions. Some good people have messaged me in the meantime, who have an idea of what potentially has been going wrong. Maybe I can send that information across. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe it won't get to the right people. A cat. Very nice cat.
Can I ask what S'more thinks, Jacky?
Yeah.
He's sniffing around on the floors. So I think he's sniffing for games. He's looking for games.
Okay.
Tomorrow's game.
Tomorrow's
I'm trying to get mine to come.
Yeah, are you trying to proffer them over?
Yeah, let me see if I can request a cat.
But
Go
all
for
right,
the mute.
for those of you who don't know, basically, the games have been postponed, I think, until tomorrow and the day after. So we will
Yeah.
resume then. Hopefully the technical difficulties would have been resolved. We will maybe talk about having a clearer stream to go off of, and we will try to fix the bit rate, but I can't guarantee anything. We will talk to them, though, and we will come back tomorrow fresh again.
Stronger,
Stronger.
harder, faster.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, better.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
That is the plan.
Yeah. Obviously, that's on their side, but we'll do what we can. We'll be back. We can come back. We can do the day after and tomorrow.
Yeah. Either way, we really appreciate you guys just sticking
Yeah.
around for so long, and I do feel somewhat bad for you guys because it is some really good games, some really good teams, some really good players, and I was excited to see some like of the highest levels of Deadlock. I'm sure you guys were as well. Tomorrow at what time, Jacky? What time?
Latest and greatest. The update is all matches are moved to the 7th and the 8th at same time. So I would imagine that's 5 p.m. CEST, which is European
5
time
p.m.
zone. If you're from the UK, it's going to be 4 p.m. If you're from America, Google that bad boy, because I don't know. There's a lot of time zones there.
Make sure that you follow the channel as well, because we will be going live, and you can
Yes.
just know when that's happening through a notification. So yeah, feel free to follow the Deadlock Air Twitch channel, the Twitter, all of those socials will be telling you when we are live. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
that as well. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you for sticking around. As I know this wasn't the stream you were, I guess, expecting, but I hope that it filled some time in your day and that you had a good time. Because
They seem like they enjoyed it.
I had a
yeah,
good time.
people had fun
was
with the
fun.
D&D.
Yeah.
They had some things to entertain them.
Yeah. So we see you all tomorrow. Honestly, thank you so much for joining. Again, we're gonna chill for a little bit here
Yeah,
in the
we're gonna hang
meantime.
out.
But yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we did steal someone's jeans. It's been great. We stole his jeans. That's a new bit. We
Jeans in
need
a backpack.
like an emoji.
DJ'd.
we need someone to draw mid boss with jeans on. We'll make
True.
make more artwork. You can draw mid
I'm
boss
not
with
drawing
jeans.
that.
Well, someone can
I'm not on the
Photoshop
clock.
mid boss with jeans. That's easy. That's doable.
Yeah, we can get that in there. We can get the shiny gold coin. You can whack that over in the no pain, no gain puncher boxeroo for some extra souls.
Yeah,
you
get
want?
that in the Discord. Get that in the Dead Air Discord. The link's down below.
Join the Dead
Join
Air
it.
Discord.
Join it. Go into memes. There's a channel called Memes.
We'll know if you don't.
And post those jeans.
If
Post-
mid-boss
post
wore
those
pants,
jeans.
how
Post
would
those
you wear
jeans.
Yeah.
That's such a good picture. Have you seen this?
No, what's happening?
Oh
now?
my god. Someone's got a screen grab from
Oh, that's good. That is good.
from the stream. Have a look
Oh,
at that.
that's
It's in the
great.
Discord. It's in the Discord.
Aw.
Oh,
If
that's
anyone's
so
wondering,
funny.
it's a picture of Jack, I think, with his cat. And it's very cute. So go to the Discord if you want to see a cute cat picture of Jacky as well.
Look at that. We already have Ellie joining in, and it's a gold coin. Well done. You did well. You did
It may
really
not be
good there.
jeans, but it's a shiny gold coin. There you go.
It's a shiny gold coin.
It's a shiny
One
gold
gold
coin.
coin for you.
Brilliant.
So.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid boss wears jeans like this, not like this. He would wear them like this. Like
Okay.
one big jean pant leg the whole way
Yeah.
up.
I think like he'd have like the little zipper, and it'd be his little eyeball.
Oh,
through
he
the
like
zipper.
unzips with a little tendril.
Yeah,
And his eyes
there's-
there.
There's this little eyeball through the zipper. That'd be
That'd
cool.
be good. I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd like that.
But before you guys continue on, don't go anywhere. We are just vibing now, so we are going to hang out for a while. Blank might leave early, but me and Jacky are going to stick around and just have some banter.
Blank's got important work to do.
Yeah, he's got important business, more important than this, but it's fair enough.
Oh, it's a friend's birthday party that I said I would go to, so I sort of have to go to it. It would be really horrible to skip on that.
Is it a good one? Is it like a good birthday at least?
It's like a 30. It's a 30. It's a 30.
Strong three.
The big
I like
3-0.
A big 3-0. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have to make it for that one.
Gotta get that.
Okay,
But yeah,
I want everyone in chat to wish Blank's friend happy birthday. Have
Yeah.
a good birthday. Happy 30th birthday.
I do read chat, Minnie.
Happy 30th birthday,
Happy
Blank's
30th
friend.
birthday to Blank.
Yeah, I do read chat, Minnie. This is crazy you're here, though. Blank on stream. Damn. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Thank you, Fluffiest Princess. I appreciate that. And Ouija Bat. Awesome.
There
Happy
you go. Happy
3.0.
3-0.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
That's
It's huge
nice.
stuff.
Yeah, tournament was delayed. Tournament's been postponed. Post and then pwned, like own it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was postponed. It's not a birthday. Minnie.
That's right.
Stop
It's
it.
Blank's 30th birthday,
Yes,
everyone.
Blank is turning
Round-
30
not
today.
Round of applause, round of
Happy
applause for Blank's
birthday,
birthday.
Blank.
It's Blank's 30th birthday
It's
today,
so
everyone.
good to-
Happy birthday to Blank.
I'm not that old.
It's Blank's birthday. That's right. It's Blank's
Yes,
birthday.
Today is Blank's
No.
birthday.
There we
It's
go.
not my birthday.
That's right. It's Blank is shy.
not my
He's shy, but it's
birthday.
Blank's birthday.
And he's a bit embarrassed about
He
it.
doesn't want to
Be
admit
nice,
it. He's
but
pretending it's his friend.
It's his 30th birthday.
It's
It's his
not
30th
my
birthday. It's his 30th birthday, everyone.
Oh, you're all so mean.
Celebrate
You're
with
so
Blank
mean.
as it's his 30th.
I am not. I'm not that old yet. This is so sad. I feel like my widow's peak would be. Don't be doing
There
this.
you go. Hap 30 Blank. Hap,
not
Hap 30 Blank everywhere.
I'm not that old
Happy
yet.
30 Blank.
It's not old enough. 30s is not old. I'm just saying I'm not that old yet. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As an age, as a
Blank,
number.
you don't have to be embarrassed. It's fine.
It's okay, dude. It's alright. It's
We
your
all
30th
aged.
birthday. Like, you don't have to hide it.
Oh.
I know we all
this is
agree
so
that we'd
sad.
pretend it was your friend's birthday, but they've sniffed it out.
They figured it out.
Like, they
It's
caught
alright.
you, so you might as well admit it now.
It's,
Don't
it's,
answer
it's
it at
okay
this
to
point.
age, Blank. That's true. How your skin lighter than your teeth, man? You're telling me, bro? I am white as a ghost. It's crazy. Yeah, it's insane. And also, this lighting really screws me up because it makes me even whiter. It's very bad. I don't know how it's possible, but it is. And Jacky needs to come over and sort my lighting out.
I'd
It's-
sub
it's
if
mad.
I could. Listen, guys,
Yeah.
we are on the way, so we will be streaming more on this channel. Just to let you know, this is going to be a recurring thing. We will be broadcasting more often with a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So yeah, there will be an option in the future. Just make sure to stick around, and it'll be available soon enough. But thank you so much for the support.
Yeah. This is the first outing of the
Yes,
Deadlock
It's
Airstream.
the first one. It's crazy.
First time we've used the channel for anything other than just making it. So that's fun. For the viewers on YouTube as well, hello. You're
Hello.
also a valid and respected part of the 30th.
It's true.
30th, sorry. Just thinking about Blank there.
Sorry,
Blank's
Blank.
30th birthday. What a day.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the people that were asking if you do want to go back and watch the VOD. You didn't miss much in terms of the games, but there is a lot of general banter that went down today. It's kind of like an
Right.
adjacent Dead Air
Deadlock
pod.
adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost. It was a weird one. It was certainly a weird one.
Yeah.
What'd you get Blank for his 30th? Nothing, because it's not my birthday. It's all a big ruse.
It's not real.
It's a ruse.
It is real.
It's a
It's
ruse.
real.
It's his
Come on.
birthday.
Yeah, it's a big ruse.
It is his birthday.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting day. The reason was because the spectators could not stay in the game for more than 17 minutes.
Yeah, something would break.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know why that's
Yeah.
the point where the server would give up, but I guess there's something that probably needs to be done on the back
Hopefully
end.
we'll
Well,
resolve it by tomorrow.
I think
and it'll
it
be
was the
fine.
pausing that was the problem. Honestly, I feel like the pausing was the issue because when the game was running just no pauses, it was fine. So as soon as the players started pausing, that was when the spectators are starting getting kicked. And I think it's because they're playing on several different well, they're trying to play on one server, and players are from different areas. Who knows? Custom games
Maybe it
don't
could
like
be
pauses.
routing. It could
Okay, we'll
be
communicate that and make sure they tell the players not to pause.
no pausing. Pausing.
Stop
bad.
pausing. Pausing
Stop
bad.
pausing.
And
Yeah.
a PSA to those of you out there in the New York streets, by the way, do not pause just willy-nilly. Come on, like we
But you
can't
only,
be
yeah,
abusing
you
the
only get one
pauses.
now.
You
Don't
only
make,
get one.
Make the most of it.
Be cool, you know.
Yeah, if you need like a drink, that's when you pause. Or
Don't let them take this
Well,
away from
I
us.
feel
if you need
like-
to put out, if you need to put out a fire, that's when you
Yeah,
pause.
deadlock etiquette. Grab a drink before you lock in your heroes, or
Yeah.
be quick about it after you've locked in. But don't pause for a drink. But like you say, if the
I
house
pause
is
the
burning,
start of games.
pause.
That's bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to pause the
That's
start of the
BS.
game and be like, I forgot to get a drink, guys. Sorry.
No, you can't do that. That's you got to pre-drink. You can't
Yeah.
post-game drink. That's rude.
Yeah, it was pretty mean. It's pretty mean. Sorry, guys. I apologize about that. Anyone who suffered the blank pause at the beginning of the game curse, it was me. I am the pauser.
It was you. You're the one that's been pausing this whole
Yeah.
time. You silly boy.
Router Aerial. Router Aerial? Am I saying that right? We did actually have some drafting take place today, and I was also very curious. I wanted to take notes too, because I was very curious of which characters would get banned. I was surprised that Lady Geist and Mo and Krill got banned. I think those two ones that
Yeah, that is
surprised about.
interesting, actually.
Mo and Krill and Dynamo getting banned though, I think those two were sort of understandable. It was Dynamo and Abrams. Those are the two that I was like, yep, see why those two got banned. But we didn't get much more than that because we were just trying to replay the same game over and over. So drafting did happen, but only one time today. So hopefully if you tune in tomorrow, Rotarial, you will see more of the drafting process. Because
I
I'm
will
also
ask-
interested.
Jack, why was the game kind of one-sided for most of the time? Each match kind of seemed like it was leaning in one direction. Do you think you can break down why that was, for example?
I think for the most part, we saw like Team Requiem just being able to play a very similar game each time, right? And it's rough as well because I think it's one of those where you're probably, I'd imagine as a player, dude, you're going to be getting a bit frustrated, like especially with it having that issue where you get like 17 minutes in. They had some good moves as well, like the comeback steal onto the rejuve in what would have been game one before we had to wipe it off of the books. I think they had a lot of good moments. The mechanics look nice overall from everyone, though. Like this is easily, you can see the reason why we were all super excited about like the high caliber deadlock we were going to see over this. I think it invalidates it a bit. It makes it hard to judge based off the issues we had with the servers, but all things considered, if we go into tomorrow, we put this day as even like, not actually part of the tournament, and we can see them play their best with no issues, I think the games we're going to get will be like super sick actually off the back of this. Because you've got some like talented players. You can see that translated as well. And it hammers home, I think, the point that we always will talk about, which is like the skill expression of these players. You're now seeing it in an environment where obviously if we had like to feed ourselves from other stuff, probably be a bit better to show that off. But you can see how these players are like interacting around it and getting the look in there where it is in a tournament format as well. It's just super dope how you can see they can elevate their game in that way.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for in terms of leaning towards Team Recruit, like personally, I think it was more because you have that first 17 minutes where there's a huge amount of pressure on Team Jam side to leverage that early to mid game presence that they have on that team. So Team Recruit can kind of just sit back because they never actually got to play their end game. They were just starting to play it roundabouts minute 15, but by that point, like Team Jam side had made so many mistakes because they felt like they were on that timer to build things up for themselves in terms of a big soul count, in terms of getting that ability point lead. It was just impossible. So Team Recruit actually had a much more relaxing experience today because all they had to do was just think about farming and then holding lanes, whereas it was more stressful for Team Jam side, who had to play a game 3 times in a row where Team Recruit has full idea of what their game plan is. So yeah, super curious, and sort of makes sense why Team Jam side had such a bad time, to be honest.
So I want to ask you as well, do you think that they can use this game that they just went through, 3 different games rather, to their advantage tomorrow when they have a rematch?
No, this is the worst. This is such a big disadvantage. Like, I mean, now your team recruit. If your team recruit, like the enemy team knows exactly what they're doing. They're probably not going to let you pick all 6 late game characters. They're probably going to ban. If I was them, I'd ban Lash coming into tomorrow instead of Abrams. To get rid of that off from Zander. Like, it's tough. It's really tough.
I do wonder if the right thing to do would be to say the veto you did for the picks and bans stays. So the veto is consistent and just carries over.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the series itself,
be
like
fair.
with the amount of resets, it's become unfair for everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as like it was leaning in one way, it's become unfair for everyone. It would make more sense to have it where like, look, the draft you went for, that stays. We just replay the series fresh. Get the late night tests, get the boffins in, make sure the servers are working, get that down, and then get it going. And from that point, I think we're you know, knock on wood, everything should be fine. But yeah,
But
I
guess
agree.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I suppose at that point, it's up to the admins to like see what they want to do with it. It's like their event. We're just kind of we're just here. We're just tacked onto the side. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that's an interesting one. If they let them veto again, I'd be surprised. I feel like you'd probably be kind of fuming actually. You'd be like, wow, all right, we had a pretty nice comp, and now it's gone.
Yeah. I'd be pretty upset about that. I think mostly you'd be upset if your team recruit because you can kind of play similar kind of tactic from Team Gem side.
Yeah.
But again, I think for Team Gem side, you're playing into a team that likely isn't going to lose that early to mid game anyway. Like, they know your plan. They're not going to let you walk all over them. That happened once in the very first game, but that's typically where it should have worked, was in that first game where they had that advantage of like, wow, they're showing us something really quick here when we got to minute 10, like they're just zooming from map to map. Stressful experience. And again, when the game locks, that should have been a team recurrent game, not because of any of the pauses or any of the technical issues. It's just a case of that steal that came through from Warden just completely invalidates a lot of the shots that came through.
Plus, like the way that played after that point with the steal, I think they were just taking their time to do it by the book. But you'd won that. Like, you'd won that game. It felt like that was in the bag. Yeah. So I don't know. Ups and downs, I guess. Kind of a weird one.
I will say that for the new people here, the game is not over per se. It just had some deep technical difficulties that need to be resolved overnight. So it has been delayed until tomorrow. But we are still live. We're just chatting. And we will be here tomorrow. Blank, can I ask you to explain to the people why they should come back tomorrow and who these players are and why they're important?
You should absolutely come back tomorrow because we'll have figured it out by then.
Well, they'll have figured it out. They'll have figured it out.
I promise you, we'll have figured it out. They might not have, but we will. And there will be more fun bits and banter from the three of us, and you get to see a ton of games, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Touch wood. Do the rest. Magic ritual. Hopefully it works. But that would be very, very nice for us. But these are some of the best players in the world at the moment, and tons of players who have just said that they are completely removing themselves from the game that they have spent so much time in and going fully pro and fully committing to Deadlock. Like, this is a big commitment from a lot of these players going into this. It is huge. It is huge. And you should watch for that reason, because these players are going to be some of the players that those names you might see for a long time going into the future in the Deadlock scene.
Yeah, it feels that way. It feels like this could be the new, some of the top of the scene at least that are transitioning over, and then we'll get those grassroots people because they're around us already. You've got so many people that have been grinding for such a long time with the game, especially now as it gets more open as well. We'll see how it goes. It's very early doors for Deadlock. As much as the game's had access for a while now for people that were in the know, for the general public still invite only. So it's crazy to see how quick the skill ceiling's rising.
Yeah.
But it is cool to see all of these pro players who are saying this game is really cool, just dropping everything to focus on Deadlock, because that's the same for us. We just fell in love with this game and got addicted and started making content. That's how we're here.
I have not dropped
I support these people. Oh no, we are still very committed to our other games as well. That's not
Blank hates all other games now. He's only doing Deadlock. You heard it here
Deadlock is my best friend.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool that Deadlock has this effect on people, and that we are seeing the best of the best in different scenes, like coming into this scene, and I want to see how they like hold up against each other in this kind of hybrid MOBA game. It's really cool, where it combines FPS skill and just classic lane intuition as well.
I'm just waiting for the Zoomers to pick it up. To be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Oh my gosh, true.
Yeah.
As soon as they get their hands on it, they've got all the energy.
Right now, the Zoomers, they're really good at gaming. They don't understand what a playtest is and what an invite is. So, but I think once they get a hold of the game, it's going to be insane. Like, we'll see some crazy players. I think right now I think we have scratched the surface of the type of skill level that we'll see a lot of these players get to. But I really am excited for when the game goes a bit more public and maybe someone gets their hand there like, oh, actually, I'm really good at this game. And they go absolutely hog wild on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Because that's something that goes into the future.
No, definitely. I feel like it's only going to get more interesting and better the longer it goes. We're in a good spot. I think we can probably start to wrap things up for today, really. Set focus on, obviously, tomorrow. Come back stronger. Hope it all goes smoothly. Because that's kind of everything today, really, isn't it? Like, there's not much.
I mean, I have one last question before you go. If you want to answer like a silly question.
We've got 666 viewers right now.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Silly devil
Very
question.
Deadlock
Go on.
number.
Yeah, it's on brand.
Silly question is, what do you think Seven's favorite ice cream flavor would be?
Electric blue fizzy pop sickle.
So it's like one of those like amalgamation. Is that how you say amalgamations?
Amalgamation.
Yeah, amalgamations of ice cream. You know, like the unicorn ice cream. It's kind of like that.
Oh, it's like you know had it. It's like the one it's just all blue. It's kind of sticky as well. It's nice. Yeah.
Nice, Jack. What do you think?
I was trying to think. I feel like he strikes me as the sort of guy that wouldn't eat regular ice cream. It wouldn't be like a normal scoop or, you know, like one of the preset flavors. I feel like he's more of like your rocket pop type of fella. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's why no one really trusts him. That's why the government tried to take him out, put him in the electric chair, got rid of him. Because he seems like he's there with the rocket pops. He's hoarding the rocket pops. He's got hundreds of them. He's got one of those little ice cream carts you wheel around. I think it's all rocket pop.
Rocket pop. Okay.
All right. Well, that's fascinating. We're going to start wrapping things up. We're going to say happy birthday to Blank one last time. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Blank.
For your 30th birthday.
It's not my birthday.
Happy
Let's
birthday.
just throw that out there right now.
It's his birthday. He just confirmed it. He said, it's my birthday.
Please
You know,
join us.
He said, it's my
again
birthday.
tomorrow.
I'm quitting all other games.
No, stop it now.
And you can bloody well quote him on that.
No, you cannot.
There you go. You can bloody well quote him on that, everyone. Get the pictures out, tweet them.
Zolbert's actually really close, to be fair, in terms of how
All
old
right.
he thinks I am.
I'm going to
That's
take
cool.
us out.
Okay.
Please join us again tomorrow for the Aurora Deadlock Masters, brought to you by 1xBet. My name is Damp. I was joined by Blank and Jacky today. And please feel free to come back tomorrow for more coverage and casts of the games. We will be back stronger. I promise. It'll be much better.
Everyone cross your fingers and hope for the best. Hopefully it all gets sorted from Aurora's side, and we'll be back with some more English stream from the back of the news booth. For now, goodbye.